Welcome back to the Insightless cast here on Dota Cinema.
It really is.
Nothing but
it's
jokes
the
and
perfect
yelling.
channel.
It is. It's the perfect channel.
Insightless cast.
Our first match was perfect. The Tong Fu versus...
Does that mean this is going to be perfect too? Somebody's going to get blown out?
Well, I don't know. I think Rave are pretty heavy favorites. Rave versus HGT. The Hearts get together. Hyper Glory team. I still like to call them Hearts get together. I think that's the cutest team name.
It is cute. Hyper Glory team's not that bad. People really hate that name. I'm like, it's still really weird. I like weird names.
It's okay. They're hyper about their glory.
It's no Pacemaker Gaming or whatever the heck that was called.
Energy Pacemaker, Shannon. Have some fucking respect. All right.
Rip in peace.
Jesus. Let's look at this game here. What do we have going on? HGT Rave. Oh, my God. A first pick Axe.
Unbescrotable.
Oh, my. I never would have guessed.
And Batrider. Actually, Batrider has been either ignored or just first picked. I feel like there's no in between.
Oh, yeah. He's
something about this hero some people hate to not pick, and others love it. And I personally think it's completely... I think it's probably, I would say, as insightful as I am, the best offlaner in the game.
The best off... That is a bold claim.
It is a bold statement, because even if he gets shut down, he just goes in the jungle. Even if he goes in the jungle, he gets farm. All he needs is a blink, and he's done. Like, everything else is luxury, honestly. You can get the 4-step, you can get the Mask of Madness, you can get the BKB. Lasso is one of the... I mean, it's probably... other than Doom, maybe the best single target skill in the game. Okay, that might be a little too bold. Now that I think about it. Because Cold Snap is actually up there, and that's not even an ultimate.
Yeah, I'd have to look at like the hero list and think about it. I'm sure there
are
ridiculous, other ones up there. But no, point is well taken. Batrider's a good hero. It is strange, though, that he's hot or cold. He's either on or he's off, ignored or picked first. But, all right, different approaches here with these openers. HGT, Axe and Troll Warlord, the spin to win combo, the face rush. We've seen so much of this, and, well, I'm not surprised at all. Rave, they get Lion. Nice controller, blink, Hex initiation, ready to finger some people down, poke him a little bit. He's scary.
He is.
Just look at his face. What is a Demon Witch, by the way?
His older face was worse, though. Actually... It depends on your definition of worse, because it was more demented, as in, like, he has mental issues, deformed in the face. This one is just...
He looks angrier now.
Yeah, he's very angry. He's not as derpy. I guess that's the best way to put it. You remember his old face?
I do.
It was derptastic. Derpfastic.
Derpfastic. He's got like what race is he supposed to be?
I have no clue.
I don't know either. Like, what are the spikes? Is that supposed to be hair? Or, like, where did the...
I think it's like dreadlocks that he just can't grow. They just stopped. They're just like...
It's like when I try to grow a beard, it just doesn't happen.
You can't grow a beard?
Me? No, I can't grow a beard.
Really?
If I let it all grow out, I just get the little fuzzies. I'm getting a little better as I get older, but I cannot do the full beard.
Wait, what do you shave with?
An electric thing.
That's your problem.
What do you mean?
You got to use a razor.
That'll make it grow faster?
I'm not even kidding.
I have said that to people, and multiple people have told me I'm an idiot, and that's not true.
Well, they're the idiots.
Is it
Start
true?
shaving with the
Well, I don't know if I want a beard. For a long time, I didn't shave purposefully so I wouldn't have thicker hair. Then people told me that's a dumb myth, and it's just genetics.
I personally, it is annoying having a beard.
Yeah, I'm glad I don't have to worry about it.
The fact that it grows, like, if it could just stay the same, that's a different story.
I can lightly shave once every few days and be fine. But, whoa, boy, Medusa.
Oh, boy.
Oh, boy.
It's actually really good against Axe and Troll.
Yeah, she's pretty good. She be stone gazing.
At the same time, Troll, as long as you can get rid of the stone gaze without dying, Troll is pretty damn good against Medusa, too. So we'll see how this goes. But
they are good against each other. I really like the way Mushi's been playing Medusa in this tournament. The solo mid, very like combative kind of a style. You know, get some phase boots up, get your ultimate at level 6, and, you know, start fighting. Start showing them the snakes.
Yeah.
I like it.
I'm always a fan of like the late game heroes that are used a little bit more in the mid game.
Mm-hmm.
And
I'm always a little sad. Like, I mean, Safe Lane Deuce is okay, but it's just a much more boring play style than like what Mushi does.
Are we going to see a Nyx Assassin for HGT?
Ooh, possibly. They banned out the anti-mage, so there's one mana burner, and they picked up Lion for themselves. There's the Nyx.
There's Nyx.
Whoa!
This is... Well, actually, I shouldn't have said that. This is the Insightless cast.
Dude, you are killing it so far.
Actually, Cinder and I have been like trying to predict the heroes every single time, and I've been beating him, actually.
No way.
No kidding. And then after that, it's just downhill.
And after the draft, he takes over.
Pretty much.
The bets on Dota 2 Lounge are strikingly even here. Rave 49%, HGT 51%. That's a little surprising. Rave, I think, have looked a little stronger this event. HGT are 3-5 in the group, and Rave are 4-4. So standings-wise, not so different.
5 seconds
But
remaining.
I would have thought Rave would be actually kind of heavy favorites coming in here.
Yeah, I would agree. HGT hasn't been performing too well, and Rave has been, well, to some think they've been overperforming. So I guess you have to take that into consideration. But they've been losing. What are the records? Do you remember? Like Rave was 4-4.
Rave is 4-4. Yeah, HGT is 3-5.
Did you just say that?
About 10 seconds ago.
Refresh. Yeah. Let's just double check.
All right, let's double check here. 4-4, 3-5.
You have to understand that. I mean, you understand this better than most, probably. You just don't listen to the co-cast, the person you're casting. It's just
it happens a lot.
You space out 50%. You're lucky if the other 50% gets in.
You spend 50% of the time thinking about what you're going to say next, and the other part, like, kind of basically maybe listening.
It's worse when you're on camera, though. It is way worse when you're on camera.
Is it?
Yeah.
Well, what do you mean? Like, I'm thinking, I'm looking.
What do you mean?
I'm constantly looking at the mini map, making sure that things on the screen are correct.
When you're I thought you meant when you're on camera.
Oh, no.
Not controlling the camera. Yeah. No, I agree. When you're controlling the camera, it's multitasking extreme.
Yep. Earthshaker's going to be the pick for Rave.
All right. Great with the Deusa. Some nice disengage there. They jump on your lady. You sit back, poke them with your fissure.
Who did we see go carry Shaker? Was that Na'Vi?
Dendy. He's done it at least twice, if not thrice.
It's pretty damn good, I have to say.
The core shaker. It's all right. There's been a couple games he's done it where it's like, well, they didn't really win because of the core shaker. But it's cute. I like
That's
that
what
he gets
he wants
the big
you
numbers.
to think.
Oh, yeah? Is that it?
In the end, it really is core shaker. Slark for HGT.
Ugh, dirty Slark pickers.
I wonder if, does Dark Pack take off Stone Gaze?
You're always hitting me with these hard questions.
I do. I mean, Cinder wouldn't be able to answer that either, so don't feel bad.
All right, let's see here.
We're gonna look it up.
Yeah, let's see.
I'm going to guess that it does.
5 seconds remaining.
I'm going to say no. I'm going to go off on a limb here.
All right, let's ask Google. Google should know.
Dire
Confirmed.
team ban.
All right, great. Dev Dota 2. This is confirmed. So skills that remove Stone Gaze. Effects. So Slark Dark Pact. Stone Gaze. This is Dota 1. Damn it. God. I hate when that happens.
Remaining.
I'm reading something I'm just like, man, this isn't even the same game.
It's close
5
enough.
seconds remaining.
If they parried it over.
Dark Pact. List of spells it won't remove.
Reserve time.
Okay.
Okay, Burning Spear debuff. All right, where's Medusa?
Just
Radiant
control
team
F it,
pick.
bro. Stone Gaze. Come on.
Stone Gaze is slow, but the stun is removed.
The stun is removed, but the slow is not. Huh.
Okay, so you Dark Pact if you can Dark Pact it off if you get petrified, but you can't Dark Pact to get rid of just the general 50% slow duration.
Yes, that means you have to turn to stone for it to work.
Yes.
Right? Because if you're looking at her and you hit Q, it's not like it disables the stone
10
from
seconds
happening
remaining.
if it happens after the Dark Pact is over, if that makes sense. That's my understanding of this.
5
Yes.
seconds
So you have
remaining.
To
to
time it correctly. So
yeah,
it's
you have to
not
think like,
guaranteed.
okay, I'm about to turn to stone, Dark Pact, so you're stoned, and then the Dark
Reserve
Pact
time.
Right.
clears you up, gives you the
Okay, that's actually a pretty good counter of sorts. I mean, his essence shift is even better. I mean, we haven't even mentioned that. That's
yeah.
one of the best skills you can go up against for a Medusa. Oh, Warlock.
Dire
Okay.
team
Yes.
And this, in all likelihood, will be a core Warlock.
I hope so.
If it's not, they lose because it's. I think it's a 0% win rate.
Good.
With
Support
a
Warlock
support Warlock.
sucks.
They do suck.
It's dumb.
Really bad.
He's so good as a core, too. That's the other thing. He's so strong if he gets the farm. If you get, like, Ags Refresher by 25 minutes, dude, you're a beefcake. You're scary.
I think I was looking at the statistics for this. I could be
10
horribly wrong,
seconds
which I probably am. 0% win rate as support in this tournament and 100% as
5
core.
seconds remaining.
But it's only like 3 games, so 2-0 and 0-1.
I like that, though. That's good. Those are the kind of stats that I like to swallow. 0 or 100.
Those are easy to remember. So HGT's last pick, let's see. Slark.
You know, also, Fatal Bonds with Split Shot. I didn't really think about that, but that's
that is
pretty dirty.
What's that?
Radiant
Fatal,
team pick.
Fatal
Fatal
Bonds
Bonds?
plus Split Shot.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
That's pretty good.
It's not too bad.
That's pretty solid. But
Although Warlocks don't typically take... I'm trying to remember what the normal build is nowadays. They kind of ignore that skill.
they tend to skip Upheaval for sure.
What?
And the Fatal
You
Bond...
sure? Lately
well,
they've been doing
early on. Like, they'll get it at like
Okay.
8 or 9 or something like that. I'm talking about lane.
But you're saying they get Fatal Bonds in lane.
No, actually, you're right. I'm thinking about... Actually, all the Warlock games I've seen have been Stats and Shadow Word.
Okay, stats then.
Yeah, stats Shadow Word. You got to get this. It's all about the
What
stats,
is
bro.
this?
Come on.
Ah, man, this command. I swear. Let's see,
Dota, hero, mini.
Prepare
No,
for battle.
Dota underscore minimap hero size.
Man, I don't know how you remember that
Says
stuff.
old man eyes. I
You know,
told you I don't
it's
use.
600 on this. You know how small that is?
That's
It's insane.
That's the default. What do you use? 900.
900, yeah.
900 is the value town. That's where it's at.
Yeah, I agree.
If you're not using 900, you're dumb.
You're just dumb. Plain and simple. By the way, you remember the predictions of, not that this is relevant this game in particular, I just remembered. Were you part of that discussion about level 1 Roche potential?
I don't think so.
Okay, well, a lot of people were saying that they thought at least a couple teams would try to level 1 Roche, maybe not successfully.
I was part of that discussion. Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
and so far I am correct in 0 attempts, I believe.
All right. Well, don't get too excited here. We're only partway through the group
It's
stage.
halfway. It's more than halfway, in fact, at this point.
Are we?
Yeah, I might have made that up as well. All right, let's go to the lineup. So we
I
got.
don't think so.
Not the whole thing. I'm talking about the group stage.
No, I don't think we're even. I think we're
What?
maybe at the halfway mark today.
Yeah,
Like halfway
we're a
through
little bit
today.
past the halfway point because it's.
8-0.
Oh,
Okay,
not
yeah,
today.
we're like right there. Okay, all right, you're right. That was.
All right, let's go to the freaking lineup, Zyori.
Which
Top
one?
lane,
All right.
Rave.
Yes, you get it.
Chrissy, Bat Rider, mid lane.
The battle
Cass,
begins.
is this actually a core shaker? Could it be? Cass is going to be playing the core shaker. That means it's a disgusting support warlock on Ryo. Oh no, it's like something good with something bad. It's like a sweet and sour, except
it's like a
I
black
like
and
both.
white cookie.
Actually, maybe not. Maybe it's an Earth Shaker and Jo on.
I think it's
All
a support shaker. He doesn't have any items, dude. He's got a
Yeah.
clarity and a
Yeah.
tango.
All right, well let's finish out the
Yeah,
roll
all right.
call here. Jo on the Medusa bottom lane, Ninja Boogie Lion. This is the last one I did not go over.
Boogie.
actually.
You know,
Look
Ninja
at this
Boogie
top
played
lane,
line
Zyori.
last
Look
game,
at
I guess.
this.
Uh-oh. It's a trap. Look at Chrissy. He's just leeching the XP. Dire side, we got the hearts get together. No, it's Hyper Glory team. HGT, ZSMJ, position 1 on the Slark. Pretty
Okay,
hot.
hold on.
All right, pump the brakes.
I'm really disappointed. First Nil, then Zed. What is wrong with you? Are you not American? I swear to God. Jesus.
Parker's rubbing off on me, man.
Seriously.
It's rough. Next thing you know, I'm going to be just like eating Vegemite straight out of the tube. Oh, pretty hot. On the Rubik, Kaka. He's here on the Nyx Assassin mid. Who's that? Air. He's going to be on the Troll Warlord and off lane. Oh, yeah, baby. We've got Icy, the big axe player.
Oh yeah.
Big Papa
You know, the
axe.
more this hero gets played, the more I want to see him played because he's just super entertaining. I don't care what anybody says. I don't care if he's picked literally every game. It's fine by me. And to some degree, I would say the same about Juggernaut. It's just the build that Juggernauts have been going for, where they just get one in Blade Fury. It makes it a lot less exciting, honestly, for the
What,
early stage of the
y-
game.
You like the maxed out Blade Fury?
Yeah, I like the maxed out Blade Fury. You know, get drums, Aghanim Scepter. That means you're fighting early. You're having a lot of ultimates early.
Okay, so you like
Your
the
spin to
mid-game
win.
Jug. You're not
Yeah.
into that hard carry. You
There's
like
enough hard carries in the game. Like, come on. There's a lot of, like, as far as late game carries goes, he's a little bit underwhelming for me personally. But like, even Slark can be considered fun to watch at late game, right?
Oh yeah,
I mean,
Slark's
Juggernaut is too,
okay to
but-
watch. He's pretty elusive. You know, he's jumping around. He's got a lot of skill shots. There's some
Yeah.
fun stuff you can do.
I don't know.
Look at
I
Chrissy.
take it you disagree with me on the Jug.
Well,
You're
I-
incorrect.
I think it's fun to watch it play that mid-game style, but I think it's a big risk because if you don't basically win in the mid-game, your Jug just turns into this big hunky pile of crap that you have to carry around because you can't do any damage past 35 minutes. So I think it's cool if you're really confident that you can win in like 35, 40 minutes, but if you're worried about the late game, why not just get a Mask of Madness so you can solo Roche, get your crit going, get some stats, farm the junk. It's just hashtag efficiency, man. Come
I'm
on.
the best at just derailing conversation. There's not even a Jug in this game. We just talked about it for 5 minutes.
God damn it.
Mid lane, we have an Impale on air. He's going to get sheeped as well. Is going to be enough damage to take him out with
Oh,
the
yeah.
Earthshaker. Indeed. Even Chrissy's coming to the party.
Whoa. Okay.
Down goes the Troll Warlord.
The boogie.
Something we didn't mention, by the way, not that has any
Dire's
relation to
bottom
this,
tower
but
is under attack.
Nyx Assassin is kind of like the best value pick ever this game. It's not only amazing against Medusa because of the mana burn, but also against... I mean, it's considered a counter to Bat Rider because you can get a guaranteed Spike Carapace stun.
It is a counter to Bat Rider, dude. You hit him with the Carapace, you see him sitting there, you hit him with the Impale, and then after that, Lion's on the other team, but, you know, a Lion could theoretically come in, hit him with a finger, you know.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Bring him down.
Well, they have a little burst damage with the one Fade Bolt, so I guess that's going to have to be the poor man's lion this game for HGT.
Pretty bursty, man. Look at this Shadow Ward. Talk about a hero that's not fun to lane against. This silly Warlock. You look stats, Shadow Ward right here. He's beefy. He's hitting you with the damage over time. It's just not fun. This is something that I'm not 100% sure about. I'm pretty sure as far as damage over time that is not an ultimate, this does the most damage. I'm pretty sure. The Shadow Word. It is the highest DPS?
That is my understanding, and again, I would not trust my word.
Wow, why does it do so much damage? 45.
Well, if you look at his other spells, they're kind of underwhelming. Crap. I mean, Upheaval's setting up somebody else to do something. Fatal Bonds, in theory, is really good, but in practice, it just hasn't worked out, and I don't know why, to be perfectly honest.
I want to see, like, somebody just do the Fatal Bonds build in a game that has massive AoE and just show us the power of that spell.
Yeah, but again, that's everything lining up, right?
It's everything lining up.
It's a wombo combo.
I guess part of the problem with Fatal Bonds is it's kind of random what it jumps to. So to get it on, like, all heroes and no creeps, it kind of has to be that sort of like Lich Ultimate. You know, you got to pop it right in the jungle when there's nobody else around. So I guess it is easier said than done. But it's quite a damage buffer. I don't know.
Man, this is seriously the fastest mouse of all time. Okay.
You are just having issues after issues.
I'm really picky with my computer settings, okay?
All right.
I don't know what to tell you.
It's all those CSGO or CS 1.6 days, man.
Yeah,
you got to get that
pretty much. It is.
Frame rate just right. Get that mouse cursor just right.
Yeah, I am.
Were you one of those guys that had your keyboard like this and you're like playing a guitar with it?
No,
I don't really understand why people do
the ones
that.
that use the arrow keys, I never understood. That's like the dumbest thing. I'm able to adapt. That's the thing. Like, unlike some Dota players who still use legacy keys, which I still don't understand why you would do that. I mean, I had to use legacy keys in Dota 1, so it's not like I didn't know the bindings, but just like QWER is just so much easier.
Yeah.
It's superior.
I agree. Although I use WERT, but still, I feel you.
WERT? Oh,
I'm a hipster, dude. I just like my pinky to go left instead of right. I'm a lefty. You know, I'm not a lefty, but my pinky's a lefty.
I'm fine with that. As long as you can maneuver it correctly,
It's also easy to hit the hold, too. That was the big motivator.
See, the difficulty for me is, obviously, with FPS, it's WASD all the time, so my hands are always in that position, and that's the home position anyway. I'm used to having my index finger close to the F with that little indentation.
The F. Oh, you like the indentation, huh?
Yeah, I like that. I mean, I
don't give a shit about the indentation.
Because I don't want to look at my keyboard. I have to, I can just feel it. I'm like a blind man.
I just try to remember muscle memory, man.
Yeah,
I'm like a blind man.
That was a compliment, by the way.
Oh. To yourself?
No, to blind people. Because they have, like, anytime you're losing a sense, everything else is amplified, right? And I mean, that must be pretty cool to have, like, super senses for, like, touch and
I mean, I'm sure it makes
stuff.
listening to music a little more enjoyable.
Yeah,
like I feel like the trade-off isn't there. I'd rather see sunsets on occasion than have music sound a little better.
Okay, so here's the difference. If you're born that way, you don't know the difference, right? So you can't truly appreciate. Like, it's different. Like, if we go blind now, then it's not ideal because we're so used to the other way around. How do we get into these conversations?
Uh-oh, down bottom. Kaka stunned up by Ninja Boogie, but Chrissy, it's a Bat Rider sandwich up top. Shannon, where's he going to go? He's jumping around on the ledge. Icy on the low ground, ready with the Berserker's Call. He wants to catch him. Can they put the bat in the cage? Nope, looks like they can't.
It would have made more sense if he said cave, because that's where bats come from.
Oh, you can put him in a cage. Come on, Icy.
Berserker's Call will hit here.
He's got a cage ready. There it is, Berserker's Call. The follow-up damage. Chrissy in no man's land. Nowhere to go, and he gets brought down. Icy Hot Patch.
And that buff from Culling Blade is so big because they can get back to the lane super fast. They barely lose any experience. Good stuff. Good, clean stuff from HGT.
All right, 1-1.
Indeed. This is a really close game, Zyori. Unlike the last one that we cast together.
It's close so far. Looks like they're having some lag issues here. HGT, wow, they've got about a 1,500 experience lead already. So it looks like they're having some kale here.
What?
Kale or whatever. Like, this means lag of some sort.
Oh, kale. Okay.
It looks like kale to us English folk. I don't know exactly. I know that if you see those letters, usually they're talking about lag. I don't know exactly
ka
what
means
it means.
lag. It means it.
Ka literally means lag.
It translates to stuck, which is what they use for lag.
Oh, okay.
I don't know what lay is. It means lag. Fuck! Something like that.
Lag now.
No, Nyx Assassin level 4 as the offlaner compared to the Bat Rider, and this is what I'm talking about, 5.5. Bat Rider's so good offlane. Nyx is a little underwhelming at times, but again, we talked about how well he counters the opposing team.
For
so.
Nyx, it's really more about XP than it is anything else. He's like clockwork. He just wants to hit level 6.
the-
But oh no! Speak of the devil, Kaka. That's a rock coming from the sky. And Warlock finds his first kill. Look at this guy. He's getting big, Shannon. They're going to cut the wave and put some hurt on this tower.
Indeed. Golem for the win.
Does it bother you that the Golem's name is just Warlock Golem? It's not even possessive. It's not even Warlock's Golem. It's just Warlock Golem.
He's in chains. Do you name your slaves? I guess you do.
I mean,
you're-
slaves
if you're
had
Warlock.
names. Uh-oh.
Sometimes.
Kaka. I don't know if that's where you want to be. Look at this. Ninja Boogie. He's not enthused. Okay, so he stuns the Nyx, who TP's in with a spiked Carapace on.
Right, which means
I think
Line
Kaka's
is
dead
stunned.
again here, dude. He's got a stun, but what does he stun here? He's going to get Shadow Worded. He's going to get hit by this Golem. There's a good chance he gets bashed by the Flame Fists.
all right, you want to have over-under on his survival?
Sure. Give me a number. Or what do you...
Actually, I don't know how that
What are we
works.
over-undering here?
I don't know the over. I just felt like saying over-under. All right, let's just yes or no. That's easier.
Yes or no?
Yeah. Do you think he's gonna survive?
No.
I'll say yes.
All right.
Just to be different.
I think he's dead. Let's see here. Will Warlock get stunned? Nope. Warlock waits it out. Oh no, he uses the Shadow Word on himself. Okay, never mind. He lives. Damn it.
That was actually a misclick too, but here comes the pounce from ZSMJ, popping the Dark Pact as well.
Now he's happy he used it on himself, though. Look at this.
That is true. He saw it coming a mile away, no doubt about it. Ryo out of mana though.
Dude, this Golem is wrecking Kaka. He's gonna have to walk back to the base at this rate. He didn't bring any regen with him. And Golem goes down. ZSMJ.
Oh boy.
Well, while we're looking at this, Bat Rider. Did he just die to the Axe? Axe is about to die to neutrals. What's going on up here? Jesus.
Oh man.
Everyone's
the
dying
hell?
all over the place.
Wow. I think
Was that a lag
the
related
probability of this, like the unpausing and pausing, is probably just so laggy that they can't control it. If that makes sense. I mean,
Yeah, I don't know. We were
they
obviously
obviously
watching
are
the
using
bottom of
iBuy Power PCs right now.
it. Obviously.
Oh God. Oh boy. Sorry, just take off my sweater real quick.
Sweater. That is a.
Well,
Would you really call
it's a
that a
hoodie.
sweater? It's a hoodie.
It's
Come on.
just how is it not a sweater though?
Look at this. Ninja Boogie is pissed, yo. This is fucking stupid. What the fuck is this shit?
Oh boy.
That's what he's saying on the official stream
That's
here.
the Han player I remember. I mean, that is unfortunate. I'm trying to think if it actually it had to have been a misclick, the Shadow Word. He would have died, though, if it wasn't for it, I think.
Yeah, so it's one of those, like, misclick that worked out. Maybe he assumed somebody was going to TP in because they were in so deep. So maybe it was actually a next-level play. It's actually hard to say. It's one of those, is it worth me dying to get the kill on Nyx? Warlock did get his Midas, though. I think it's coming on the curry.
Oh, now they're getting testy.
Oh, here we go.
They're trying to defend
Fix first,
the
admin.
kills.
Axe was sure dead if no lag. Bat had bottle.
Do you know if Jo is, does he live in the Philippines? Do you have any idea? Because he was in America, obviously, for a long time because of EG. But I don't know where he resides currently. We're going to be Googling it right now. Looking at his little
Is this his
Dota
Twitter,
wiki.
Jo style?
I couldn't tell you. Looks like it.
It looks like it. It says Vancouver, Canada.
Okay, so not even close.
So
This team is just from all over the place.
Yeah, but he's from Canada. That doesn't mean he hasn't been spending a lot of time in Singapore or somewhere in Southeast Asia. I'm not sure.
I think it's Philippines.
Or the Philippines. Yeah, I don't know so much about Jo, but he is Canadian apparently, and he's 21. So congrats.
That's just so random.
What do you mean? What do you mean?
Congrats, you're 21, bro.
You can drink in America. I guess he's from Canada, so it doesn't matter. Congrats
the
on being able
age
to
in-
drink 3 years ago.
Is it 18?
18 in Canada. Yeah.
Ah.
Yeah. Come on, man. How do you think Arteezy was allowed to drink on stream? Because he was in Canada and he's 18.
He can just say he's in Canada. They can never prove it.
Except they
Except
can
Twitch.
because of IP addresses.
Well, Twitch can.
Everybody can.
No, you could just say, no, that's my fake proxy IP. I make it
I guess you
look
could
like it's
say
coming
that.
from the U.S. or
Yeah.
Pakistan or...
Shannon, should we go on
India.
camera? Do you want to show the world your pretty face?
Do we have to?
No, you can tell me what to do. I know I'm driving, but you're still the boss. This is your turf, man.
Oh, let's see what the status is right now. Absolutely no change. Other than you typing a period. Apparently.
That was my bad. I'm on the rag.
Up to you. I don't care.
All
Do you
right.
want to go on camera? Talk a little smack?
I'm ready. Let's get on camera here. Let's, for the sake of the VOD viewers, get our pretty faces here. My shirt's wrinkly. Please don't look at it.
And I'm fat. Don't look at me.
Don't look at him. He's wearing a Phoenix Sun shirt. That's nice.
Right.
I was checking out your Facebook page this morning, making sure I liked it because I didn't want to be that guy that's like, oh, crap. I didn't like this
Facebook.
page.
Oh, I never check anybody's.
Oh,
How do you even
good.
check if somebody likes your Facebook? You have to go to each individual.
I don't know.
Like,
I'm not
Twitter's
sure if
way
you can.
easier.
Oh, well, Twitter is very obvious. I don't like that Twitter tells other people when you block them. That bothers me. There's been a few times I blocked people, and then they're like, oh, he blocked me. I'm like, how do you know? Oh,
Who did you block?
Just some random flamers. But then, they post.
How do they know that you blocked them?
Because it says, like, if you block somebody, then they go to your Twitter, it says, you've been blocked, son. Step up your game.
That's what it says.
Something like that. Yeah, I'm paraphrasing here, but, there's a degree of truth. I don't know. Do you ever have, do you ever, how often do you unfollow people on Twitter? That's...
Not very often, but sometimes I feel obligated to follow, even though they're extremely annoying.
I wish Twitter had, like, I guess, does mute, there's a mute thing, but I actually don't know.
I think there might be, like, some
I don't know if you
third-party
can follow
applications.
and mute at the same time, but I have that also where I'm an aggressive follower, though. Sometimes I follow first and then think later and go, man, why
I regret my decision. I agree.
So then I unfollow them, and then they get mad that I unfollow them. Then they unfollow me, and I think, well, but you followed me first. You were interested in following me before I followed you, and now you're just salty that I unfollowed you. What the shit is this?
It's third world problems. It's not first world, it's third world. Twitter is third world to me, not going to lie.
Yeah, I kind of hate Twitter. I'm not going to lie. I don't know. I remember seeing an interview that Seth MacFarlane did, and he was just like, everyone I know just wishes it would go away. He's got millions of followers, though. I've only got, like, 11,000.
Follow Zyori, guys, out of pity, if nothing else.
How many do you have? You're climbing up. What are you, like 30K or something?
I think 30K.
You're a big deal. That's pretty nice.
I think Facebook's more, though.
Do you look at... Yeah, you got like 47 on Facebook.
Well, I don't...
But Facebook followers
I'm really bad at social media,
are
though.
useless, though, almost, though. Facebook sucks.
Why?
Because you, like... If you post an update, it gets pushed out to like 10% of your total audience. Unless they share it. Like...
Yeah, but Twitter, it gets buried as well.
It gets buried, but Twitter doesn't... It gets buried because of the nature of Twitter. Not because Twitter says, I want you to pay for more promotion. Twitter will still push all of your tweets out to all of your
Facebook
followers.
still will show everybody. It's just it's also about getting buried. The promotion is just having it stay on. Oh, we're back in the game.
Uh-oh, that was the Chinese stream.
Oh my goodness.
Uh-oh, I've got a dead process here. Okay, we're back in the game. Did they fix anything? No, they just said go. Okay, okay.
They figured it out.
Hopefully everything's all good in the hood here. All right, Shannon, where were we? What happened in this game? I feel like
absolutely nothing. 3-2 advantage right now for Rave.
Okay.
Warlock has phase boots at the moment and a Midas, so expect the Ags into Refresher pretty damn fast, especially if they're not able to kill him very consistently. Has he even died yet? He is not.
No.
He's a big boy.
Wow,
And he's top of the net worth charts as well.
This is scary, actually.
Well, I mean, Slark has a Midas as well, so he's going to do quite well for himself. ZSMJ. Ugh.
Zed. Doesn't that sound better, though?
It certainly does not.
ZSMJ.
That sounds great.
ZSMJ.
It actually sounds legit. It sounds like a good name.
It sounds like a real name. He should just change his name to actually ZSMJ.
This house has a mind of its own, by the way. I take off my hoodie, and then the AC blows in my face.
Sorry about that. It is a house after all. It's not made for this. It can't handle all the Dota.
Apparently.
So the issue though is Warlock. Once he gets Ag's Refresher, the question is how do you deal with it? And everyone that I've asked has. I asked Winter yesterday, and he just paused for about 5 seconds, gave me that kind of look, and said,
"It's over.
You don't let him do that. You don't let him get Ag's Refresher at 25 minutes."
Right.
So even though Slark has a Midas, and yeah, his farm will be pretty good, it's not the same as dealing with 4 golems moving up your.
Oh, my
Nyx Assassin!
goodness.
It's the bug zapper. Look at that.
That was pretty good. That was pretty juicy. But then again, Nyx Assassin's already gotten what he wants. He's level 6. He can roam around. He's not... I want to say he's not that item dependent. I mean, obviously it helps to get a couple items on him, like Arcane at the very least. But he's still going to roam around and try to help set up ganks at this point. He's probably going to abandon that lane completely, but that opens it up for a push. Yeah, I don't know. I was talking... Who was I talking? I don't know. But Warlock has such a high win percentage when he gets these items, and I don't know how you, like, You just have to finish in 30 minutes? Because the thing you have to think about, even if it goes extreme late game, they're still just as effective. The stun is still goes through BKB. The golems still destroy your buildings. It's not like your buildings get stronger over time.
Yeah.
Like, it never becomes bad.
Yeah, exactly.
But the difference here in this game is they have a hard carry in Medusa as well. So their late game is secured.
You're right. I don't know. This Rave lineup feeling pretty strong here.
I think it's just going to be up to Slark. Slark.
ZSMJ, the hero. Can he do it, Shannon?
Let's take a poll. Chat, do you like ZSM? I mean, I know there's a lot of Europeans watching.
Sejadi, we need a poll. We need an official Dota Cinema poll. Is it Z or Z?
God, that just sounds awful. What kind of American are you?
Look at all of the saboteur.
All right, if you say that, you're going to be forced to use a European keyboard from now on as well.
Oh God, please no.
Now
that is torture. That is real punishment. That should be the punishment for losing the stupid bet thing. Forget about the horse mask. Horse mask and a European keyboard. I was on Cinderin's laptop. I'm like, how do I make the damn @ symbol? How do I type my email address?
Seriously, it's really ridiculous.
It's awful. Bruno comes over, does it in 10 seconds.
Troll's going to take chaotic offering to the face. One more right click will do it. Nope, it's going to be the Mystic Snake instead.
Deuce gives him the snake.
That was that might have been the max damage for Mystic Snake, to be honest.
This is really getting out of control, though. Here we go. In comes Icy Berserker's Call. They might get the kill on the golem. He dunks the golem. Nice little bounty there for the axe. But is it enough? I guess it's enough for now.
Do you think Slark goes Diffusal this game?
So here's the thing about Diffusal against Warlock. It's all about timing. I think this game, that's a big negative. Slark needs to go for more classic items, do whatever he can to get the carry, you know, get your mobility item, your Shadow Blade or Blink, maybe a Basher, maybe a Scotty. If you can get the Diffusal before the Warlock gets his Aghanims, I think it's worth it. But if you can't get the Diffusal until the Ags is already out, don't even bother. Because at best, you're going to kill one of the golems. That means he's already working on his refresher. You're going to run out of charges. It's not even worth it. 4 golems come out, what are you going to do? Diffuse all of them? I say nay, my friend.
Yeah, I tend to agree with that. I mean, if the system for charges was a little bit different, where, and I've talked about this at length before, because I really dislike the limited charges that you get with Diffusal.
Yes.
At the very least, even if they keep the charges the way they are, you should be able to just repurchase the recipe and it just refreshes it. I mean,
that's the shitty thing. Once you get level 2 and you use all the charges, you're stuck. You just have to, sell it and buy a new one to get charges? Is that your only option?
Pretty much.
It's pretty terrible.
And that's the thing. Like, there's no other way to, get a purge item. Like, there's no way to purchase something like that, right? Like, forget about the mana burn, because that's a whole different mechanic. I mean, they could make 2 separate items: the Diffusal Blade with just the mana burn, and then one separate item for just purge. And people will buy the purge.
Yeah, I agree. I think the mana burn is also good against Deuce, so you can't forget about that. But I feel like Slark just needs to prioritize other items. The mana burn, it's okay against Deuce, but they've already got the Nyx. You've already got plenty of manas to burn there. He has an ability called Mana Burn on a 4-second cooldown. Okay, I think he's got this under control.
No, it's not 4 seconds right now, bro. It's actually 28.
Rest assured, it will go down to 4.
I like how the scaling of that goes. 28 seconds to 4.
Yeah.
That's pretty drastic, I have to say.
Mm-hmm. The mana burn. The mana burn's dirty, though. That is... Kaka is going to be mana burning up a storm.
So, Warlock, of course, maxed out the Shadow Word, had a couple in stats, and now has a couple in upheaval. So, ignore... Like, when you get Fatal Bonds, when do these... Do they just ignore? I've seen people literally get stats until 22.
Mm-hmm. Like, I think that's like the conventional build right now. He's doing the exact standard. You alternate stats and Shadow Word, you get your ultimate, and then you start, all right, I'll get the upheaval going on here. I don't know.
Pause gamers.
Apparently, all of the games are paused right now. So I guess there's an issue with the venue. I don't know. It's not just us, Shannon. It's not just our lucky game here.
It's a good thing I'm not on the mainstream, because I just bring up some inappropriate story that wouldn't be allowed.
You know, I have to admit, I am glad that we're here, too. I saw that we were casting, and I said, DC stream, nice. We can do whatever we want. The man in charge is next to me, so I can follow his lead. He talks about poop. I can just move on in there. The most recent update on your Facebook page is not even anything about the games at DAC. It is literally, I pooped 4 times today, ... typical.
Yep. I don't think there was a ...
There was probably not an ellipsis. That does not sound like a Suns. You know what? Let's Google it.
We're doing a lot of Googling today, ladies and gentlemen.
I mean, why not?
Yeah.
We've got a straw poll.
I'm notoriously bad at...
Zed, easy. Oh, it's 50-50.
No, it's not. It's 57-43. Nice try.
Come on, gang. Let's Zed it up.
If you're a Sunsfan fan, vote for Z.
If you're a Zyori fan, vote for Zed. I think I'm in the wrong place to win this duel. All right, the teams are going to have another go at it here. Let's see what we can do. 5-3. Let's look at the graphs. Rave pulling in the lead. Minor gold lead experience going the way of HGT, but as we've talked about, they've got the tools. Ooh, is this a smoke? A double smoke.
Yeah. It's going to be real juicy. Axe with the blink available. Raya doesn't have his ult to work with.
But look at this game sense.
He's feeling the tingling in his testicles for now.
Wait, where did they smoke? There is, oh, that's a dire ward. Okay. Ooh, the courier too. He's got the ogre club coming. Oh, this will be a failed
bottom
smoke.
tower is under attack.
Looks to be that way. Maybe they can snipe the courier, but he's doing a really good job. Oh, he's actually going to go for it. Culling Blade. Not going to happen.
Radiant's bottom tower
Maybe they
is
regroup and try to
under
take this
attack.
tier 1, but in the meantime, what's the trade going to be for Rave? You know, they're going to take out the wave down here too, so they definitely want to push this lane.
Ryo just TPs to the tier 2 tower, so he'll be all right. Meanwhile, in the mid, yeah, I guess they'll try to pressure it. Jo moving into a Scotty with that point booster. Could just be a value point booster, but the kind of this is like the Mushi style. The mid Dusa, you rush the Scotty
Dire's middle
after your
tower
phase
is
boots
under
Aquila
attack.
and just turn into a beefcake.
Yeah, the casual point booster is
Radiant's
my
bottom
favorite
tower is
item.
under attack.
It's your favorite
As a raw-
casual item.
As a raw item. Oh, initiation from Axe onto Jo. He's already at half mana. Stone Gaze is available if he has enough mana to use it.
Upheaval!
Gonna need it, apparently. Upheaval is just too strong.
Okay, 5-hero rotation on both sides. It's turning
What
into
a
mid
spell
wars.
steal.
What did he
I
get?
want to see this.
Split shot?
I want to see this.
I didn't know that you could steal split shot.
Me neither. That is so weird.
What?
Okay, just follow him the whole time.
Please split shot something. Do it pretty hard.
Like, it's a toggleable ability. You shouldn't be able to steal that. That is super weird.
I was. If there was a trivia question, I would have said there's no way you can steal that shit.
Come on.
Come on, pretty hard.
Rick, you really disappointed
Don't let
me.
me down.
So then, the entire idea of him, like even the spell shield, you shouldn't be able to steal because it's toggleable.
Dire's
I don't think
middle
I've
So
seen
does
it
this
yet.
mean that you
Under
can steal
attack.
spell shield?
I guess so.
Well, Jo laying into that tier 1 tower mid. Nyx assassin gets the tier 1 bottom.
Maybe it's.
Oh, here we
Dire's
go.
middle tower
Look
is
at him.
under
He's
attack.
shooting 2.
I want to see it. Oh, that's good.
That's nice. Look at him killing the goal. Look at this guy. He's
Not
farming.
melee.
Dire's middle tower has fallen.
There we go. That's a good one.
Oh,
That is so weird.
I like it.
My mind has just been blown. This is why this is the Insightless cast. Because we had. I feel like Cinder wouldn't have. I'm going to have to
Radiant's
ask
top
him.
tower
That's a
is
weird
under
one.
attack.
I've never seen that.
Dire's
A
middle
toggleable
tower
ability
is under
stolen like
attack.
that. Okay. I guess it doesn't happen that often. Well, I guess it toggle.
Like, you can't steal Arcane Orb, but that's. You can auto cast that. Is that.
Auto casting and toggling are different
I
for
guess so.
sure. Because it's even like the portrait looks different. It's a totally different beast.
Well, today I learned that I'm an idiot and know nothing about Dota 2. Apparently, 8 years of
Dire's
Dota
top
is not
tower
enough
is under attack.
to learn all these little mechanics.
Yeah, it's true. It's a crazy world out there in the realm of
Radiant's middle
Dota 2.
tower is under attack.
So I think that's kind of, not to get off on tangent here. That's
Please,
that's-
tangent.
That's one of the things I love about Dota, and it's going to sound stupid because it makes me look stupid, but there's so much information. Like, I know for a fact that 90% of the stuff that I've used to know about Dota, I forgot. Does that make sense? Like,
Yeah.
you lose more information from memory than you've
gain.
learned. Yeah. There's just so much to learn. It's ridiculous.
Ryo, he gets bumped into. They give him the cheeseburger. No, what was somebody calling this the hamburger? What does this building look like? Forget about it, because here we go. Stone Gaze, Pretty Hall. He's going to be in some trouble. They get the kill on Rubik. Now on the other side, Slark pounces to the high ground. ZSMJ in a weird position, but able to blink back to safety. Radiant Courier gets picked off around the backside, but now Rave, they move into the Roche pit. They're going to try and jack it, and with Rubik dead, it looks like they'll be able to do it to it. Oh, Chrissy's on the high ground here. Firefly.
Radiant's top tower
On cooldown. They
Oh!
steal. Oh, wait.
Oh, no.
Killed by the Radiant. Dusa picks it up. All right, no steal. Your O had me think that he jacked the Aegis for a second.
The O was, oh my god, he could steal it.
Oh.
And then, oh my god, it's paused.
Oh, he almost. Oh.
Well, he is. Well, he just cast Shadow Dance, so he's going to have a few seconds here to get out.
So someone in chat had a good call about the toggle ability. Rot. You can steal Rot, and that's
Oh, look at
that's
this.
toggleable.
Look at this.
Woo, daddy.
Yeah, that's a good point. Yeah, Rot. I don't know. I just feel like, just thinking about it without going too deep, it just feels like the split shot is different. But I guess it's not now that I think about it.
Is it possible to go too deep? L deep.
Fucking bullshit.
Fucking bullshit.
They are not happy. But
can you blame them, Shannon?
They took out Roshan. They got the Aegis. What are they complaining about? ZSMJ. They could actually chaotic offering right now on top of him, and may be able to get. Are you cropping that out?
No, I would never do such a thing. Come on, Shannon.
He leaps out. He's fine.
All right, so everybody's okay, except the feelings of hurt as we've seen all these profanities. My poor eyes.
Have you noticed that? The difference in player reaction to lag?
Yes.
Then not to like this is basically like every tournament though, right? Any tournament that happens, player reaction could be like this. TI, no.
I would say no.
They're too scared.
They're too scared.
But this is pretty.
This is TI.
This is as prestigious as it gets outside of TI, right?
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I think that's kind of what adds to it, though, is that it's such a big tournament that they expect, like, you know, a real fiber line that means you can play Dota without the lag fest. But, yeah, I don't know. If there's one thing I've learned in my old age, Shannon, is that sometimes when you get mad, it's better just to shut up and walk away and come back when you're not mad anymore than to face roll on the keyboard with profanities.
I've learned that the hard way as well.
Me too. I used to yell at people.
That's what having a girlfriend's so nice. She can be my filter.
Oh yeah. So you get mad.
There's a couple times that I want to respond to somebody. She's like, nope, just sleep on it. And the next day I'm like, I still want to push. She's like, no, you do not push. So it's really not my choice.
So is that my problem? I need more women in my life to tell me when to not be an idiot.
It's not just. It doesn't have to necessarily be a woman, but just somebody
I need a partner. That's
you need a filter. Somebody that you trust, that you know is looking out for your
okay.
as far as your career and
somebody in your life who isn't a mud golem. I gotcha.
Yeah,
that's
exactly.
Good.
That's a good one. I really like that.
Zing.
Nyx Assassin, Vendetta. So Ryo, he is only 900 away from finishing that Aghanim Scepter.
Ooh, this is a pretty good timing here.
So what? His refresher would be...
He'll have it pre-30
27,
for
28?
sure. Yeah, I think 25 is like a realistic fast timing if they take a good team fight.
All right.
You want an over?
You go first. You go first, as we have a pause.
Okay, so I'll get wordy here. If they take a good team fight or knock down some towers...
No. Okay, but this is your prediction of what's going to happen.
Yes, I'm the preface to the prediction here. We got to fill anyway, so let's... All right, so I think 25 minutes is a realistic timing, but that'll be on the faster end. I think if they sit back and just farm, 27, 28 is a little more realistic. If he gets slapped down, maybe 30 minutes.
So what's your prediction?
I think it'll be 26.
Okay, I'm going to go for 28 because HGT has a really good mid-game lineup. Axe is going to get more active. Troll is finally going to do something. He's been literally useless this game. And Slark finally starting to get some items. So it's going to put a little bit of pressure. So I'm going to say 10 minutes from now.
Okay, so 26, 28.
Oh, it looks like Z is taking the lead.
Not by much. I thought it would be a blowout. 55 to 45.
I thought it would be a blowout the other way around. How many Americans are watching right now? Not many.
All right, let's see here.
What time is it? It's 1:30 in the morning, for God's sake. It's going to be 4:30 Eastern.
Is it Z or Z? Hashtag Sunsfan. Let's see here. I hashtagged you. Maybe we can get this trending on Twitter.
I don't understand the whole trending, by the way.
What do you mean?
The hashtag makes no sense to me. I don't get it.
The Sunsfan hashtag or any hashtag?
Just in general. Yeah.
Any hashtag.
It makes no sense to me.
So here's the thing with hashtags, okay? You've got... So let's say you're talking about something, right? You're telling a story, someone's really mean, and you hashtag sauerkraut, okay?
Okay.
That way, anyone else who's talking about people that are sauerkrauts, they have a way to say, hey, we're talking about the same thing. So then you
When
can
has that ever connected anybody ever?
Well, all the time. Let's just click on a hashtag right now. All right?
Hashtag recently?
All right. Here's right here. Hashtag journey.
Okay.
Right? You click on the hashtag, then you can see all the other tweets where somebody hashtag journey.
Why is that useful at all?
Well, for journey, it's useless because who gives a shit about other people's journeys? But, for example, if you hashtag DAC 2015, as I have been, you can look at all the tweets relevant to 2015. Look, Deacon Frost says delays for years, DAC 2015.
I'm sorry, but this is like thousands of people.
It's the power
I see no use in this.
Of the web. It's so you can, like, if you have an event, all the tweets...
I'm just an old man, and I cannot adapt to Twitter fully.
Well, but there are technical things that come along with it as well. If you, for example, if you hashtag for like TI4, right? Hashtag TI4. You can just filter out. So they had the boards there where everything was hashtag TI4. It pops up on the board. That can be a double-edged sword because all you got to do is take a picture of your dick and then hashtag TI4 and it shows up on the board. But you can still do cool stuff like that.
I'm going to try that next time. That sounds good.
I understand from that perspective. It's just, whatever.
I mean, in general, Twitter's dumb.
Like going into the beginnings of Twitter, I'm like, this is the most useless thing ever.
I said the same thing.
It has grown on me. I'm not going to lie. It's actually quite nice.
Don't pick your nose. We're on Twitter. I mean, camera.
We're on Twitter?
We're on Twitter and on camera.
Yeah. Well, another pause coming out, of course.
All right, so they're saying they're waiting for the admins, and the admins will be the one to resume if they do resume. Ninja Boogie is about to blow a gasket, so
they're not happy at all.
Yeah.
Well, you can't blame them. This is definitely a game they want to win to secure top 8 status, which they're currently in right now, I believe.
Who is they? Which team?
The team that doesn't have a negative record, which is Rave.
Where's my? Oh, yeah, HGT. They're 3 and 5.
Actually, no. They're tied for 6th with a bunch of teams.
Looks like there's a lot of teams that are 4.
Yeah, so this will put them in top 8 if they win.
They will be 5 and 4, and they'll be in like 6th depending on how the rest of this round finishes off. So, it's big game, ruined by big lag. What are you doing?
I'm just looking at how fat.
You remember those exercise things? It's like a belt that you put on your belly and it just jiggles.
Just works out your abs.
It just jiggles the fat. But does jiggling fat burn it? I don't know that that's actually how.
Supposedly it works,
works,
but very slowly.
So you do that for like 5 hours a day every day.
I don't know why I even speak so confident. I have no idea.
That's a syndrome of being an old man. Bullshit just comes out of your mouth.
It's just automatic. I didn't even think about it.
It just flows, and then you like. Did I really just say that? I'm talking with authority about things I know nothing about.
I don't know what to tell you. It's just.
Have you ever worked out ever?
Yes, and I hate it.
You used to? Did you used to be a gym guy or?
No, never. I mean,
Does your lady work out? Does she hit the gym?
She used to, but no, not recently. So
you're dragging her down, man.
I used to be into basketball a lot, as in playing.
Way.
And I was really good. I scored 52 points in a game once. 52.
What was the total score?
Like 56. I don't know what the actual score was.
52 points in a game.
Dude, I was a beast. This was 7th grade. The next year, I got introduced to Half-Life.
And
it's done.
It's over.
Like I tried out for my 8th grade team. I quit 2 days in because it was too tiring. Like you know what suicides are?
Yeah, it's when you run like the full way and then like a third of the way, then the halfway.
And you have to bend down and touch the ground. And
those are the dumbest things ever.
It hurts, man. It hurts, and especially when you're out of shape. And ever since then, I haven't been fat since then, but I
feel like they should make high school sports more fun. Because I had that same issue. I played soccer like.
Oh, the sports themselves are fun. It's just the people suck.
Well, that's what I mean. Like the sport, but like the whole experience. Because I played soccer for like 6 years, and I was on like a traveling team. It was kind of cool. And like right around the time that we got to high school, like 9th grade is when the team started slowing down because half the team started playing like high school, and it's hard to balance 2 teams. Then like by 10th grade, it was over, and everybody started smoking cigarettes, and it was done. So
you got a cigarette smoking high school, huh?
Oh yeah. So
wasn't too bad.
Cigarettes were real cool where I came from, South Jersey. A little bit of that southern flair, dude. Everyone's just into the Marlboro Reds.
When I think of New Jersey, I just think of garbage. Like literally a garbage can comes to mind.
Well, you got to remember,
I've never been there though.
North Jersey.
I just assume things. Like
North Jersey and South Jersey are very different. It's almost like 2 different states culture-wise, because the north half identifies with New York culture and like New York sports, and then the southern half identifies with Philadelphia culture and Philadelphia sports. So you have these rivalries of like there's basketball. Basically, every sport imaginable is in Philly and New York. So it creates the sports teams actually create this weird dichotomy, and the cultures and accents.
So which side was angry
different.
when the New Jersey Nets moved to Brooklyn?
No one was angry because they were North Jersey and then they moved to New York. So it's just like I don't think anybody. Maybe somebody. I wasn't angry. I don't know. But anyway, I tried playing the school soccer and it just sucked.
Well,
private soccer
sucks.
Hey, soccer is awesome, man. You're kicking the ball around. You're rolling around in the grass.
I want to use my hands, man. I'm a hands man.
All right. Well, I'm a foot man.
Football, basketball, even tennis. I like tennis.
Even tennis?
Just anything with a ball and hands.
Anything with balls and hands, and this guy's into it.
I like it.
All right.
But yeah,
okay, fine. So soccer sucks. I'll whatever. Fine. most of the world
Concession.
disagrees with us, but whatever. I can't argue with Americans about soccer.
right.
It just doesn't work. You guys are too dense.
In American high school, it's not fun.
It's
or
terrible.
middle school or anything. It's just not fun.
But
here.
it's like torturous. It's like the coach is just like getting his jollies from torturing young people. I always found that weird. They're just like standing there with the whistle watching you do suicides, just like, yeah.
Well, that's why the job requirement for a PE teacher is to be a pedophile. They check beforehand just to make sure that you like young children.
But what is the why do you have to make it terrible? Just like hell, they always used to call it Hell Week. That week before school starts when you got to bust everybody's ass to get in shape. It's like, why not call it Fun Week?
Well, ours was super casual though, because
that's cool.
we didn't even have to do anything. It's like jumping jacks. Some people just sat on the ground and did nothing.
I'm sure you guys had a good team.
Yeah, it was pretty bad.
Some people just sat there and.
Well, actually, we had our football team was state champions. They're really good.
What state was it?
Arizona.
Oh, Arizona. Okay.
But anyway, so my first time being introduced to Half-Life was like the summer of 7th grade or something like that, right?
7th grade. Okay.
And that summer, I ate a lot of corn dogs in conjunction with sitting and doing nothing but playing Half-Life. So when I got to 8th grade, I was actually from skinny to very chubby, like pretty much like I am now, but
really?
like a 13-year-old self or whatever age that is. And the entire year, I was just this fat mess. And then the next summer, I went on a Pepsi One diet.
A Pepsi? What is the Pepsi One
diet? So the Pepsi
diet?
One diet entails one large meal a day, eat whatever the hell I want, and the rest of the day is just Pepsi One, and it fills me up. Pepsi One, Pepsi One, Pepsi One.
Is that a real diet?
It's my made-up diet that happened to work one time over the summer. And I became skinny the next year. But I was still horribly out of shape, and I've been out of shape since 7th
you may
grade.
have lost some fat, but I'm sure your pancreas was not so happy about that. What kind of a meal are we talking? Well, what time of day? Was it like a lunchtime meal or like a dinner meal? What?
Dinner, probably.
So you just drank Pepsi for like 6 hours.
Pepsi One.
Pepsi One.
It's the Pepsi One diet.
So what is Pepsi One? Is that like the diet, but like 1 calorie? It's
it's disgusting.
No, but it's different from Diet Pepsi, right?
No, it's really not.
No. Okay.
It's essentially the same. It's just rebranded as something else.
Oh, really?
From my understanding.
Well, I know Coke has a different history with that.
I like how we come full circle back to sodas. That's my
Well,
favorite.
you know about Diet Coke, right? Coke and Diet Coke are actually completely different drinks.
Yeah.
And then what is the middle one?
It's
Is
like
it Coke Zero?
Okay.
Coke Zero is actually what Diet Coke should have been.
There's just a different kind of sugar, right?
Well, so this goes
aspartame or
well, it predates aspartame. That's the thing. So like Coke's old, 70s they wanted to make Diet Coke. And all of the artificial sweeteners, all the shit they tried to make, like the version but without the sugars, tasted like asshole.
And they still do.
So, well, they taste a little better now. They tasted like extra donkey asshole back then. So
now they're just horse asshole.
Yeah, exactly. It's gotten better. We're making steps. So they actually synthesized a completely new drink from scratch and just tried to make it taste like Coke-ish.
Okay.
So it's actually a completely different drink, and then they just branded it as Coke and Diet Coke. So then, technology happened. We made some new sugars. I don't know what happened.
Technology happened.
Some shit went down, and they said, hey, we could make a real Diet Coke, our real version, and just, use all this new shit we found.
Okay.
So we already made Diet Coke, so then they made Coke Zero. So that's the difference between Diet Coke and Coke
Zero.
Zero.
Disgusting.
Yeah, but it's less disgusting than Diet Coke. I guess some people
I've said
prefer
this before.
Diet Coke
when
now.
have you seen those commercials where like, oh, Coke Zero is just like Coke? I legitimately get angry. Legitimately. How can you get away with
They should be sued
lying?
for false advertising.
They should. It's ridiculous.
I don't. How do they get away with that? Actually,
I don't know.
They just figured
America.
that
You can get away with it. I mean,
that's true.
People just do whatever the hell they want. They get sued, and then they just endless court crap, and nothing ever.
And they
actually
file
happens.
bankruptcy and start again.
It's Coke. They're never going to go bankrupt. But you
that's
remember? Well, this is. I guess you wouldn't remember because it happened in the 70s. I wouldn't remember either. But maybe it was the 80s actually, where Coke changed their formula, and it ended up tasting like Pepsi. And people went on they rioted.
I don't remember.
And that's why Coke, they brought it back as Coke Classic. That's why it says Coke Classic.
Really?
Yeah, because it wasn't like they kept Coke and they had another one that tasted like Pepsi. They got rid of Coke completely for like
Pepsi.
a couple weeks. And it was something, it was just rebranded just normal Coke.
Why would you do
like
that?
Pepsi. I have no idea.
Wow, that's silly.
Yeah.
Coke is one of those weird companies that they have like some weird like pretentious thing where only like 4 people in their company actually know the complete recipe or something.
Really?
They have it it's a super secret thing. They have it like locked in a vault and it's like only like the CEO, the COO, and like 2 other people have access
to it. It
to
doesn't
it.
even matter anymore.
Yeah.
If somebody got the formula. Who
Well,
cares?
it's like the exact proportions, because you have to list the ingredients on the can. But
how can you
the whole breakdown.
How can you not like reverse engineer?
I'm pretty
what
sure
the
you
recipe
can.
is?
I use the word pretentious for a reason.
Yeah.
It is like the most pretentious thing a company can do.
Yeah,
but, I mean, when you're the biggest brand in the world, when more people know about Coke than the president, then I don't know.
You know, Coke could have bought Pepsi back in like the 20s or something like that for like $100.
I believe that.
And they refused, and then Pepsi became huge. And then eventually Pepsi actually was given somehow the recipe for Coke, and they handed it back to Coke. They said, "We don't believe in monopolies." Look at his face.
Will you believe all of these Coke facts? Oh, my gosh.
I don't know why I know so much. It's actually so sad. Why do I know all this?
I'm sad that I know so much about Diet Coke. Honestly, this is like...
Yeah, I didn't know any of that.
I'm sad that this is a back and forth about soda and not just one person.
You bring the Diet Coke discussion, and I bring the normal Coke. It's fine. It evens out over time. That is super random.
Although I think... See, Pepsi's smart, though, because having that competition is good. That's like McDonald's... You know, McDonald's is renowned for their ability to scout locations. That's like as a franchise, that's one thing they're known for in the business world, is picking, like, finding the corners where there's a lot of traffic.
And they're just super worthless at having a normal... don't even get me started.
You don't like McDonald's?
No, the breakfast should be all day. That's all I like is their breakfast. I don't like the burgers at all. Breakfast should be all day like every other fast food place.
Well, they'd have to have more grills.
I don't
because
care what
they clean
need.
the breakfast grills. Then
I don't
put the
give a
burgers
crap
in.
about any of that.
You just want breakfast.
You
when
are
you want
losing a
breakfast.
customer on a consistent basis. I am never up at 10 a.m. You know how difficult that is to get up at 10 a.m. to go get breakfast?
I feel that. I can empathize.
As a gamer, it's impossible.
There are times where I drive at noon and I think, I want breakfast right now, and nobody is serving bagels. Why can't I get a bagel?
You like bagels, huh?
Well, I like bagels I like a bagel sandwich. Like if I had a bagel with a nice bacon, egg, and cheese, and then the bagel on top. Oh God, that's my favorite
Sounds
breakfast.
like such a New Jersey thing.
It is. It's very, very New Jersey. Go to the local bagel joint. You know.
What's the local bagel joint? It's not Einstein's.
The Village Bagel is the one I always used to go to, but that's a mom and pop. It's just a one-off. It's nice.
Mom and pops are always
cash only business. It's great.
Right, what are the facts we have about soda?
So, my point though. So McDonald's, right, known for their scouting of locations. You know what Wendy's policy is? Follow McDonald's. You'll notice.
Just put it next to McDonald's.
It's not random that you often see a Wendy's and a McDonald's near each other in like a strip center. It's because Wendy's literally follows McDonald's around. That's like their public strategy.
That's unfortunate because both are just shit.
Well, but
it's the same in my
city. Here's the full circle irony is McDonald's likes it. They say having that variety makes our customers like McDonald's more. Because what people do if it's just McDonald's, they eat cheeseburgers, and then they get burned out on the cheeseburgers. Then they go somewhere else and forget about McDonald's. But when there's a Wendy's right there...
It's just more cheeseburgers, though. Just different kinds.
But they're square cheeseburgers. Wendy's gives you the extra, It's different.
I feel like if it was an Arby's, it would make more sense.
Well...
for variety.
I don't know. McDonald's claims that having that variety there, their customers still eat McDonald's primarily, and based on the data they've collected over the years, having the Wendy's there, people try it and remember, oh, this shit, I like McDonald's better, and then they go right back to Mickey
But
D's.
I have to say, out of all the fast food burger joints, McDonald's and Wendy's are the bottom two. They are the worst.
McDonald's is in the bottom. I like Wendy's. What's wrong with Wendy's?
It sucks.
Well, what's your top? Burger King?
Carl's Jr.
All right, well, okay.
Actually, Burger King's on pretty much the bottom, too. They're pretty garbage. Carl's Jr.'s top.
Okay, Carl's Jr. is top.
And I know you disagree because you guys have probably abused the fact that it's right next to you, but Jack in the Box is also up there for me. I love Jack in the Box.
See, I'm not...
That buttery burger last night, which you didn't get.
I don't like anything that has butter in there. I hate when I see a Red Lobster commercial. And it's just like they're just like flaunting the butter. Like it's just like
first Zed,
everything is like butter all over it.
First Zed, Nilch or whatever the heck you call it, or Nil. And now you don't like butter?
I like
you
butter.
You should be deported, even though you're American. Get the hell out of here.
I like butter, but not like...
Oh, my
that is...
God.
I don't... It's like when...
If you're American, you'll eat a slab of butter just straight up. That's the American way.
It's like when you go... Like, you see a beer commercial, and they advertise it as cold. Like, for a while, was it Coors? Their slogan was the coldest tasting beer.
Okay.
Cold is not a flavor. How does something taste cold?
What does that have to do with butter?
It's the same thing where it's like butter is like I like beer better when it's cold, but the coldness of the beer does not make up for the shit ingredients or the shit quality. It still has to be a good beer for me to want to drink it. The coldness is just an addendum.
Connection at all.
It's coming. You got to be patient here. So butter, right? If you've got shrimp that came out of some lobster's asshole, you can put as much butter on it as you want. It's still going to be gross. I don't look at the butter as like, Oh my God, it's got butter on it. I look at it as that's a high quality shrimp, and I would like a little bit of butter on the high quality shrimp.
I can't relate to the seafood reference. Tell me how this relates to the burger, butter burger.
The butter burger? Again, buttery is just,
you know what? You shut your mouth. You're getting it tonight, and then we'll get your real opinion.
All right, that's fair enough. I'll try the buttery burger.
It was legit. For everybody out there that likes Jack in the Box, the buttery burgers, the
buttery
I haven't even
biscuit.
seen them advertise it, but they're legit.
Does Jack in the Box advertise? I don't think I've ever seen a Jack in the Box commercial.
You haven't?
We also don't have TV
The
here.
head, the circle head. Okay, look it up now. No.
Google. We're going to Google.
No way
all right,
you haven't seen it. They have the best commercial.
Jack in the Box commercial. This guy.
Yeah.
The burrito team.
They do a lot of commercials, and they have by far the best ones.
Here's a commercial with a bunch of midgets.
Yeah.
How great.
Makes their food look bigger.
Oh,
they have really good commercials.
Do they? Are they better than GoDaddy?
GoDaddies are the worst. I used to work for GoDaddy, actually.
Are you serious?
That was also the worst.
You used to doing what? What was your
tech support?
Oh,
or not?
Well, that's a fucking
tech. It was horrible.
That's a terrible job.
Like I go there for tech support, and I have to sell as well, and I'm not a salesman. As you guys may or may not know, I am not good at selling because I'm not a liar. I'm a very honest person.
Guys, I can't be a salesman because I do not lie.
They're like, oh, sell this woman a website. She's like 80 years old. She doesn't even know how to turn on her computer, let alone design a website.
Well,
and they want me to sell that crap.
That just sounds like a bad lead. Why are they connecting you with 80-year-old women that need to make How many 80-year-old women need to make websites?
They're not connecting me. They call for tech support, and then I'm supposed to say, oh, I can fix this. Oh, by the way, you can build some shitty website with geocities.com. Which is I don't know what it was actually called, but it was horrible, whatever. It was the equivalent to GeoCities.
you can torrent the whole GeoCities catalog. It's like a terabyte of GeoCities.
And most people watching probably don't know what GeoCities is, but that was like the original websites that you could build yourself, and they were, even back then, they were awful.
They were. I mean, just what was the point?
Tier.
You couldn't even call it a portfolio site. It was just like backgrounds and texts and some weird little GIFs. I don't know. Guys, we're still paused here. If you're wondering why we're just sitting here talking about biscuits, here you go. We're still paused. So we'll get back into it as soon as we've got an update. I have none. Actually, maybe I should check the Skype group. The update from the admins are, please, 20 minutes ago they said please wait, and there's not been a further update. So can I just upload this as Zyori podcast number 61? Because that's basically where we're at right now.
All right, next subject. Let's do it.
I don't know. What's next, Shannon? We've traversed soda, commercials. Oh, I want to hear more about GoDaddy, though. I mean, was it...
Oh, God. Okay.
Well, so how did you even... What was the interest? I don't think I would ever even apply to work at GoDaddy. They have a poor reputation for everything, other than making obscene commercials for the Super Bowl.
So I used to be tech support, or just like tech guy,
I mean, I used to do a tech support.
I really didn't like it on any level, so I'm not sure why I kept doing it, but I was trying to go to school to get my master's or something like that, and
or something like that.
Well, in the middle of the first semester, I'm like, you know what, I don't want to do this anymore. That's actually when I got motivated to start doing casting for Han. Actually, that's when it all started.
How old were you when you first started casting Han? Like 25, 24. Trying to do the math in my head of how long ago Han was. I don't even remember when Han came into beta. I don't remember what year it was. I know it was right when League did.
Look that up. Let's just say 6 months after the beta came out.
All right, let's see.
But that's
here.
the thing. It was like a closed beta,
Heroes.
so it wasn't the official beta.
Oh, you were in the closed beta?
Yeah. Well, closed-ish.
Oh yeah, when you can invite all your friends. Let's see here. Here's North was in beta from April 24th, 2009 until May 12th, 2010.
Okay, so I was invited probably...
Like beginning of 2010?
No.
Something like that?
No, it says April 24th, right? 2009?
That was when it started, yeah.
Yeah, so I was invited maybe a couple months after that, so like June or July.
Okay, so middle of 2009.
So that would put me at... My math is really good. 24?
Yes, -6 from what you are now, so... Okay.
Well, 23, 24.
Idiger.
Yeah.
I remember that guy.
Idiger, yeah.
Idiger. You know what his name is? Like what that bullshit means?
It's Red Jedi.
It is. Wow, look at you. You know stuff. That's good.
Very good.
Poor Han. I'm, there was some review that was posted about MOBA games on some dumpster journalism site, and there was like reviewing all the other MOBAs, and it was, just the generic bland shit, and the Han one was in there, and the Han page quoted it and shared it as like regarded as the highest skill, most fast-paced MOBA. I'm just like, you're still really trying to sell that whole fast engine
For a while, I would have
thing.
agreed with that, actually.
Yeah, I still think the engine is one of the best. But
yeah, it's really good.
Han people, I don't talk to many of them anymore, but there are still some that are very defensive about, like, or actually, no, they're aggressive about how slow Dota is and how it feels like they have brain lag because the engine is just so dumpster slow.
It's not the it's not the dumpster. It's not the engine. It's by design, actually. And I remember when I was trying to transition into Dota 2 at first, which was 2011, I would say. Well, the betas, like I got the betas like in September. So the transition the era of September of 2011 to December, I was struggling for my transition.
Strug City.
Because Dota did feel like the slowest piece of garbage, and it was awful. Like turn rates were horrible. There was
Playing
a lot of
Lena was just like torture.
Lag. Yeah, and it
why would you do that to yourself?
And I remember making I kind of regret it actually, but Ice Frog asked somebody that then asked me to make a video explaining what I meant, because you have to understand it was like a parody from Dota 1. So there wasn't for people that were switching from Dota 1, it was exactly the same. People from Han to Dota, it was like complete shit.
Right.
And from pretty much any other game, it was complete shit.
Okay.
So made a video showing the differences of how fast spells were cast, how fast you turn around, how fast. And the main thing is when you right-click to move, it took like a couple split seconds, and then it started moving, as opposed to now, which is pretty much instant.
Right.
So that was the biggest complaint that I had. And I made the video, and then I posted it publicly instead of sending it privately. And, well, it didn't actually end up being a bad deal, to be honest. But like a week later,
you know, Ice Frog took note, dude.
Yeah, a week later they fixed it. And, I mean, there's still
So we have you to thank for that? Is that what you're telling us? You are the reason the engine was sped up?
No, sure. No,
Sure.
it would have been fixed eventually anyway. But
okay, all right. Sure, fair enough.
But yeah, there was a period of time in Han, the first year, like when I got the beta. What you said was 2009?
2009 to 2010. Yeah.
All right. So that period, the game was amazing.
When the game was in beta,
it was a great game.
Bubbles. Puck was the last hero they ported.
No, Beastmaster. Tundra. I vividly remember.
I would have said I vividly remember, because I remember that.
Look it up.
The guy that did the voice. How do we look this up?
Look it up.
Last hero. All right. Last Dota hero ported to
Tundra.
I'm almost positive it was Bubbles. List of.
This will be interesting.
I don't know how to. Are we really going to look at forum threads from 2009?
The fact that his name is Bubbles, just oh my god.
Well, you know who did the voice of Bubbles? It's the same guy that did the voice of that giant turtle from the Neverending Story. That Merla, the aged one,
the
or
voice
whatever.
was good. Yeah, the voice was good.
That old weird cock-looking
why
turtle.
Bubbles though? I'd rather just Turtle. just Turtle is better than Bubbles.
Turtle. How? There's no dates here. I actually don't know how to look this up.
All right, we'll just assume I'm correct. And
if you could port one Han hero, who would it be? God, I don't want to talk about that.
I have a lot. Well, not a lot.
I thought it was Puck. Come on, somebody in chat. There's got to be some old Han players in there. Come on, guys, help us out.
Okay, I'll admit you.
Bubbles.
You have potential.
Bubbles was
correct here.
Bubbles was pretty late in the game, though. You got to admit.
Yeah, he was up there.
Yo, they are shitting on Han. Yeah, we sure are. I'm still salty that they fired me.
They did?
No, they didn't really fire me. What they did was, after I accidentally did my thing, they pressured Garena into dumping my contract. Garena didn't care at all.
Oh, I forgot they were partnered with G Arena.
G Arena.
I refuse to call it Garena.
Whatever, man. I get flamed saying it both ways. So they didn't really. I wasn't even employed by them, but that's actually what made it shittier. If I was employed by them and they opted to fire me, that's one thing. That's your prerogative. But they back channeled all this stuff, and basically instead of having a dialogue, they kind of just went behind my back and said, "Dump him," which is just rude, man. I don't know. More valuable than that. Joke's on you, S2.
Well, I wonder if they're making profit with Strife and.
Bubbles was after Tundra, says Glacial Drift.
Don't believe him. Don't believe him. Well, either way, the point was, at that point, the game was really good. And then that's the turning point, though. That's when it started to go downhill slowly.
The more S2 heroes they added...
the ones that they had, for the most part, were really good. And there's a reason for that.
Dark Lady... There's a reason for that.
There's a reason for that.
Dark Lady, I think, is one of the best heroes that they made.
That ultimate... If they ported it to Dota, though, that would be the best ultimate in the game.
It's Yeah.
Period. Like, no question about it.
Yeah.
It would be completely game-breaking.
It's crazy, like, knowing what I know about Dota now, looking back at Han and thinking about all the shit that everyone thought was dumpster, that in retrospect was actually really good. Like Rampage, it's like Spirit Breaker with the Bat Rider Ultimate. How did nobody play that shit? How did nobody buy Force Staff on that hero?
Because the game was way faster than Dota. That is a fact.
That is a fact.
And I don't know.
Facts are true.
But for those wondering what that ultimate is that I was talking about, at first it was even more broken. At first it was you click R, the entire map for the enemy team. So you know how Night Stalker ult limits vision? This one limits vision to literally less than melee range.
Yeah, it's
or just melee range, essentially. And then they changed it so it's not global. You can cast it globally, but it's a certain section of the map. And I think that would be completely broken in Dota.
So, but what's cool about Dark Lady, though, is the idea behind her was to take the concept of Phantom Assassin and make it less RNG based. That was the whole idea, the motivation behind Dark Lady.
The rest of her was,
because they looked at coup de grace as like this kind of dumb, like you either two-shot somebody or you don't get any crits and you die kind of a deal. And at the time, Han was trying to get away from RNG and make it a little more skill based. At the time, yeah. So I thought that was a cool way to do it. And Dark Lady had like a buff that doubled your damage, made your blade silence, all this kind of stuff. It was just a really cool concept for a hard carry, I thought. Very mobile, and she didn't get a lot of love. But one of the best heroes that S2 made. Chipper was also pretty high up there. Chipper was a cool
Chipper
hero.
was an amazing hero.
Chipper was pretty.
All right, so before
cool.
people flame even more, which I'm sure it's happening.
Oh yeah. We're still.
I will
guys.
say this: for me personally, you can back yourself up here.
Please.
At first, when the transition was over from Han to Dota, you'd be called Han trash and whatnot, right?
Mm-hmm.
I played Dota for 4.5 years before Han. Played Han for 2 years. Now I'm playing Dota 2 for 3 years now.
Yep.
But before all that was Counter-Strike. So if anything, I'm a Counter-Strike player. I mean, technically speaking, I've been playing off and on Counter-Strike since the year 1999. So that would make 16 years of Counter-Strike.
Wow.
As disgusting as that is to say.
That is actually kind of disgusting. The first game that I really got into was Diablo 2, and then Warcraft 3 was my next big game after that. So I actually played a lot of Dota. Everyone assumes that that's one thing that bugs me when I see people talking shit on the subreddit. Just like, oh, you just jumps from game to game. Just like, dude, I played Dota 1. Come on now. I remember the Demon Witch. I know what he was up to. My man back in the day. I played a lot of Lich. I was really bad. I wasn't cast. I wasn't competitive, but I still played Dota.
That was a Demon Witch.
Huh? I know. Lich was Kel'Thuzad, dude.
Lich King. I always thought it was a woman.
The Lich King was a woman?
He wore a robe.
He's a magi, dude. He's a necromancer.
I don't know what it was. I just kept calling him a woman, and it just stuck. So he looks totally different.
Is Invoker a woman because he wears robes?
No, he's cool.
No, he's cool. He's a sexy blood.
I remember, Lich mid, solo, Lion, mid solo. Those were legit back then.
No, I had a 5-man. We had a 5-man crew. We like in high school and middle school. We would always LAN on the weekends. So I'd bring my computer over.
Nerd burgers.
Dude, we were a bunch of nerd burgers. So we would play Vanilla WoW. We were Alliance, and we would do SM2 runs, Scarlet Monastery and Stratholme. Farm those righteous orbs, right? We'd do Croc runs and Zol Grub. Get those little Bijus going on.
This means nothing to me.
Queue up for a Warsong Gulch, 30-minute queue, do a little Croc run. We had 2 mages. I was the warrior, a rogue, and a holy paladin. Perfect 5-man group. And when we got tired of playing Dota, when we got tired of playing WoW, we'd play Dota.
You just jerked each other off.
Yeah, we'd circle jerk, then play Dota. So here was our strategy. We'd go, our best player would always solo top Sand King. We'd always pick Radiant, by the way. We would host a lobby as our 5 and always pick Radiant.
Okay.
He would go top Sand King every game and rush a Radiance. And usually get...
I remember Radiance on Sand King.
At least half the kills on our team. He was by far our best player. Myself and my best friend at the time would go dual mid, boots first, no regen. I played Lich, he played Lina, and we would both rush Aghanim Scepters back when it was Mystic Staff and Soul Booster.
Mystic Staff and Soul Booster
was the way to make Ags for a long time.
Maybe I kind of remember that. Yeah.
It used to be a lot more expensive with a much more difficult build-up.
Yeah, it used to suck balls.
And we were convinced that GG branches, bracers, any regeneration items, TP scrolls, and couriers were the biggest waste of money imaginable. And why would anybody buy that shit?
Because it's boring.
Exactly. We just wanted to go straight for it. Boots, big boom boom. I want my big laser to do more damage.
See, when I first played, I played a lot of Warcraft, obviously, but when I switched to Dota 2, or not Dota 2, when I switched to Dota, or at least tried it out, I played, I think it was Troll Warlord first.
Ooh.
Like they told me, just pick Troll or Venomancer, those are the two, and just build Saint Joshua every game. So I built Saint Joshua, like I don't know any of the builds, I don't know what the hell I'm doing, and I didn't even feed. I actually played decently well. And Saint Joshua hasn't really changed much since then. It's still not that good. Although we're seeing it a lot more lately, I guess.
Yeah.
Any updates in the sky?
I do, actually. It looks like Tongfu C9 is going to be remade, and they're going to rehost it in 5 minutes ago. Rave HGT, one of the other casters, said, hey, we've been paused for 20 minutes, and the admin says Rave is having a problem with the game. They are waiting for their manager. I don't know how those things connect.
Oh,
but
boy, it's one of these situations.
We've got a situation.
It's one of these...
Somebody called a situation.
Kind of players being divas situation.
Uh-oh. Dude, Ninja Boogie is pissed.
Yeah, he's not happy. That's for sure.
J.O.'s not happy either. I don't think anybody's happy right now. I'm okay. Although I wish I had a Red Bull. I wish I had a cherry Coke.
I wish I had a cherry Coke, too.
Is yours empty?
That's finished.
Oh, no.
I can go get some if you want. Can we go grab a couple?
I don't know.
Couple
what
of
happens?
them cherry Cokes, huh?
All right, you know what? I do it. Let's have some Coke, some cherry Cokes.
Right.
I'm in.
I expect one good question to come from chat, relaying from you to me, or us in general.
All right.
When I get back.
Chat, we need to boil this down.
Mute me.
Mute you.
So I can put my headset down in peace.
Okay, there you go. There you go, sir. All right. So, ladies and gentlemen, we are going the Phoenix Sunsfan. Look at that. Look at all that belly there. Oh wait, we're going. All right, no cherry Coke for you. That was Jesus. Okay.
No.
So that was literally like 45 minutes of Phil. I don't even remember what was going on in this game.
There's a Medusa. I remember the Warlock a little bit.
Okay, here, let's hit the F5. Okay.
The Warlock has the Ags now, so he officially picks it up. He'll be going for... I love how we just switched to this now. It actually feels like this is a separate game. But he'll be working on the refresher. You said 26 minutes. I said 28.
Yes. Okay, that was the wager. That was the bet.
Yeah.
All right, refresher, 26, 28. I hope it's 27. I hope it's right in there.
I mean, if he's going to get complete freeform, then yeah, you're going to definitely be right. But like I said, mid-game potential for HGT is very high. ZSMJ has the Blink Dagger. Even Troll picks up his Blink Dagger. They want to get aggressive. Let's do this.
Okay.
They got 3 Blink Daggers, Zyori. What do you think about that? It's ultra mobility, ultra initiation.
Well, Shannon, the thing about the Blink Dagger is it lets you hop ahead a couple of units here, and you can get in for the initiations. That was my John Madden. It's terrible. Okay, so,
good.
No, it's good. It's good.
Is that like a combination of John Madden and Mott? Mott Notes?
Yeah.
I mean, that's essentially what Mott Notes are, right? It's John Madden.
Yeah. Oh, ZSMJ misses the pounce. He gets turned into a fish.
Yeah, I thought we established that it's not Zed.
Crap, it's ZSMJ. I know, I lost. Wait. Let's double-check the straw poll, actually. Oh, look who's come into the... Oh, wait, no, that's still you winning. Damn it. Son of a bitch. Okay.
Because you read Z as Z again.
I did. That's exactly what happened.
J.O. bottom lane.
Man it up.
Get impaled. Berserker's Call is there as well. He has absolutely no mana. Nobody's coming to help him. Culling Blade should be enough to finish him off, but of course that is the Aegis the Immortal, which I completely forgot about because we're paused for 45 minutes, and you would think the Aegis would expire in that time normally.
Slam dunk it. Now the Lion, he'll pick up his Blink. His Blink Daggers aplenty. There's 5 in this game out of the 10 players. Oh my. J.O. getting in towards that Scotty, going for the casual Yasha.
Earthshaker doesn't have his yet, and he's way far away.
Well, he's
way far away.
Way down. He's the sacrificial lamb here. He's 10 out of 10 on the net worth chart, so not surprised.
But I think that now that Lion has his Blink Dagger, he's going to start buying the ward bitch stuff.
Yeah.
And Earthshaker.
All right, Breaky, calm down a little bit.
That's right.
Calm down with that ward bitch bullshit. That is one of my least favorite phrases.
Right, I'm going to continue to use it as much as possible.
All right, how about this? For every time I say Zed, you get a ward bitch credit.
But you said Zed like 10 times.
Well, starting now. We're gonna
starting now. That doesn't sound fair.
You're not grandfathered into this one. Oh, Chrissy, he's smoked up. He's hungry. He's ready to put the flames. Look at this Rave. They're like, you know what? Forget this game. Let's just end this. 5-man, top lane. I think if they take a good fight, the 26-minute refresher is definitely achievable. But it all comes down to these fights here.
Dire's top tower
Batrider's looking for
under
somebody.
attack.
He ain't going to find no one. Although Rubik is in the jungle, he's not going to pursue that far into the enemy jungle, and TPs will be coming back in fold.
Yeah. Folks, if you're having issues with the in-game camera, I have no way to fix it. You may need to toggle onto one of the other languages, then toggle back to English. There's no way for me to reset the camera in-game. So if you're having an issue after that long pause, apologies. I may recommend a reconnect, perhaps, to the Dota TV client, as that is probably the only way to fix it. So, sorry, folks, but, yep, those limitations.
Yeah, there's nothing we can do about that.
No. But that's not going to stop him from flaming you, Shannon.
Wouldn't have it any other way, Zyori. Axe. Is he going for a BKB? I guess so.
I would imagine. I guess it could be an Aghanims coming out. He's got 3,000 gold, so no, there's BKB.
It's a fuller. It's a fuller BK Bizzle. Yeah. Slark, though, 3,600 gold. I'm guessing that Scotty is next on the list here.
I think so.
It's a good choice.
Scotty very good on Slark. He's got to beef up a little bit. I mean, we saw it in that last fight how much the Nyx contributes, and that's only with a level 2 mana burn. But still, he really helped destroy that Dusa. She will go ahead and pick up her Scotty now. So, getting some extra int.
A lot of Scotties in this game coming up.
The wraparound. Nyx, he walks right by a sentry ward. Do they have vision of him? No, doesn't look like it. He's hasted up. They come in. Vendetta has a couple seconds left. And I think he'll be okay. No gem picked up by Rave yet. Nope, certainly not.
It's only a level 1 Vendetta. I love it when it's level 3.
Get that
basically no
max
downtime.
Uptime. Yeah, it's so nice.
It is quite nice. And he's going to find Medusa at the bottom lane. But, of course, with that Scotty, pretty much means an impossible kill, even for the mana-burning Nyx Assassin. But I'm surprised there's not more action, to be honest. I mean, we talked about how effective Warlock is with that Ags Refresher, and
Nyx might get caught out here. Lion scouts him out. Ninja Boogie sees him. Sentry Ward comes down. Oh, he uses the TP, then cancels it. They hex him, fissure him, stun him, and oh boy, the Bug Zapper comes out again.
All right, that was unnecessary. He just wanted that kill. Ninja Boogie is super tilted.
He's letting out that rage, dude. He's just like, you know what, Nyx?
Especially, I mean, the biggest thing about that, and it's actually kind of a big deal, is he was almost level 11, and the cooldown difference between level 1 and level 2 Finger of Death is 60 seconds. So he definitely didn't need it for the kill, and we'll see if he pays for it.
It's possible. He's almost level 11, though. Yeah, okay.
That's what I was literally just saying. It's okay.
Did the same thing.
We've done it to each other.
Uh-oh, up top, J.O. He's initiated on. They're about to turn him into Mayo.
Oh,
Stone Gaze, the double Petrify Axe. He was mid-dunk. Did you see that axe up in the air? And now in comes Bat Rider, ready to reinitiate. The rocks come down. It's a double whammy, but Chrissy's already dead. CSMJ and Icy feel the pain of the dunk as the Earthshaker secures one of the
Medusa created effigies of her own there.
Yeah.
And the axe culling blade in mid-air was pretty epic, I have to say.
That was pretty good. Bat Rider getting a little too aggressive there, though. Maybe getting in, underestimating the axe. He had a Berserker's Call, so it does cost Chrissy his life. The double golems, man. It's hard to deal with just the double golems this early on. And uh-oh, Shannon. We're getting close. Oblivion Staff, 1,900 gold, 25 minutes. I don't think I'm going to make it.
I don't know, man.
He's got the recipe.
I have a hard time betting against Warlock when he has Ags Refresher. I just don't know what you do. Like, maybe if you had a Silencer or something like that, or somebody that could definitely like guarantee a kill on him up close and personal, but they don't. I mean, Bat Rider is on the opposing team, or on his same team, so he doesn't worry about that. I don't know. I don't see any direct answers, to be perfectly honest. It's going to be... I can't see I hate to call it, but I'm not going to call it. I refuse to call it.
You're going to call it already? I mean, you could just not call it.
Well, anything's possible because they can always get a pick off or something like that. But if all things considered equal, meaning nobody makes any major misplays, Rave has this because Medusa destroys late game, and Warlock
destroys mid game.
We've talked about him at length. Like there's nothing you can do. You're going to have 4 golems.
Yeah, and even the Lion with a Blink Dagger level 11, he's got some pretty serious kill potential, some initiation power with the Earthshaker. It's not easy for HGT to try to end this game anytime soon. They don't really have any pushing power outside of the battle trance, and Dusa, Earthshaker, Bat Rider, very difficult heroes to push into.
We have not seen Troll do anything this game, have we? I mean, we saw a bunch of Blink Daggers, and they haven't done anything with it.
Yeah, I mean, they only have 4 kills, so in general, they just haven't really been able to get that active. He's got Vlad's Blink, Phase Boots with 4,000 gold. So maybe if he buys like an S&Y here, we'll see him get a little more active.
Well, I mean, if you really think about it, they'd be farming so much better if they just didn't get Blink Daggers. If they got anything that helped them farm, they could have got Blink Daggers way later, and it would have been way more beneficial because they're going to end up farming a lot faster with like DPS items or something like that. And
Yeah.
in a lot of ways, I'm not saying like Blink's a bad item because it's amazing, but if you don't use it right away, it kind of loses some of its value.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, it does help you farm some mobility-wise, but you're right. It doesn't. Yeah. You're right. Basically, I agree. As painstaking as
Look
that
at
is.
how close Warlock is. I don't think they fight until this is done now. He is about 700 away from finishing that bad boy.
Damn it. Looks like 28 minutes is going to be closer to the mark.
Yep, looks like I win.
Yeah. I was thinking they get more kills than just
And that's
2.
the thing. He hasn't been picked off either. So I was not expecting it to take that long.
2, 0, and 3. Dusa with the Scotty. It looks like HGT now just going into BKBs. They've got them all over their cores. 3 of them. Axe, Troll, as well as the Slark. Not an obvious BKB game, though. I guess you still sort of have to. A lot of magic damage on the Bat Rider, Lion, Shaker, but still a lot of tools to go through the BKB. The rocks and all that physical damage from the split shot.
And Stone Gaze, of course, which is probably the most important since everybody wants to get up close and personal, especially the Axe, Troll, and Slark. And a question I have for you, because I can't remember since they changed. I know that Earthshaker's ult, the initial slam would go through BKB, but ever since they changed the damage types,
It does not.
You're positive?
I mean, just mouse over it. It tells you now. Pierce's spell immunity. No.
I don't trust it, to be honest.
But it doesn't. You can't
because
echo BKB.
What does it say if it partially goes through? Like if the stun goes
Give
through,
an example.
but like okay, Warlock ult. Let's see.
Warlock ult. It says
Okay,
yes.
Pierce's spell. Yes. Okay. Fair enough.
I don't trust it.
Fair enough. I still don't trust
All right, HGT, they're in the Roche Pit. Rave want to contest. Bat Rider, the king of the Roche Pit. Can he snatch the Aegis? On the other side, Icy comes out. BKB on, trying to stop things, but Roche still alive. Goes down to the Dire Aegis. Picked up by ZSMJ. He'll use his BKB, but it'll probably cost him his Aegis. Ninja Boogie getting low. The rocks come down. They go on to Icy. Icy gets put in a cold grave. It's a 2-0. Troll also got picked off in the fray. But the Slark does walk away with the Aegis, so still, I can't say it's a victory for HGT, but not all is lost.
It'll extend the game a bit. I mean, the problem is, I think that was a good move, to be honest, for HGT, because when you're down, you want to make some risky plays to try to get back in, but the real issue is that is a dream setup for Warlock. That is, like, literally the best place you can ever, any kind of choke point is the best place you can ever initiate, and that's exactly what they get. And Axe down for 30. They got to concede this tier 2. And I think the golems are still going to be alive for the next tower as well, at least part of the damage.
Yeah.
And of course, the refresher has been used, so he still has another rock available.
Oh my. So we won't see the 4 golems out at once, but they're ready to keep on fighting here if need be. Looks like they'll just clear up the creep wave. Warlock gets a little bit extra gold in his belly. ZSMJ, he will go for the Scotty. It looks like Ultimate Orb now after the BKB, but it still has a long way to go.
Yeah, he's going to have... Oh, this is rough, man. This is rough. Rave is just playing exactly how they need to play, despite being tilted. They're on tilt. Let's not kid ourselves here. But it's not affecting their gameplay.
Yeah.
You can say that, right? He's on tilt, but he's not. It's not affecting. You can be
Isn't
on
that
tilt.
what tilt is?
Shut up.
Like when you're so angry that it affects your gameplay?
All right, they're angry.
Like,
Okay,
what is the
I guess
defining factor of tilt if it's not affecting?
You're right. You're right. They're just angry.
Yeah.
And they're taking it out on poor HGT. It's not their fault that you're lagging, okay?
Yeah.
It's
the
not
bug
their
zapper.
fault.
Cast, he's closing in on this Blink Dagger, or is he? They're going to find him here. Berserker's call, and they're going to decapitate him. Not so close to the Blink Dagger now, but Jo, hungry for vengeance. BKBs are on. Stone Gaze has been used, but they just can't find anyone.
Well, he still has 1,200 gold.
Oh, that was Rubik's upheaval there. Okay, Rubik stole upheaval. That's nice.
Oh, you're right.
Would have rather have a rock, I think, but...
That's what he was trying to get, I'm sure.
Yeah. I do miss the old graphics of the like the old Warlock with the Infernal coming down.
The green?
Yeah. Well, it's just badass how it was actually like a rock that flew from the sky, hit the ground and made a crater, and then turned into an Infernal. It's just... The whole thing was just cooler.
You know what? You just gave me that idea for cosmetic. I'm doing it.
God damn it.
It's mine.
All right. Fair enough. Fair enough.
It's going to be a nice green golem coming from the sky, turn from rock into bigger rock. It's like a miniature tiny, essentially.
So I can actually call it a rock and it'll be
make
appropriate.
sense.
Yeah.
ZSMJ does finish the Scotty.
Wow.
So I guess a lot of it was on the courier or his stash.
Yeah, he's got a big burst of farm there. Okay, his net worth not nearly as bad as I thought it was.
But now that Ninja Boogie had picked up that blink, as expected, Earthshaker is getting a lot of farm now. And imagine how much better, not that they need help, but the way that their initiations have been going in team fights, imagine that with an Echo Slam. where he actually wants it instead of just like I guess I should cast it here because I have no mobility right now.
That's pretty scary. ZSMJ pressuring the tier 1 tower mid. Meanwhile, HGT, they'll smoke again. They just smoked to pick off the axe, or pick off the Earthshaker, rather. Killed by the axe. And they're going to bump into the boogie. Smoke gets broken. Let's take a look at Radiant Vision here. They're blind. They don't see it coming. Now they see ZSMJ. Jo in the front lines. He's got the ultimate. Will turn on the Stone Gaze. Out comes Golem, set number 1. Icy. First target to go down. Caught inside of the lasso. Kaka trying to man up here, but not working so well. They've got a gem. They're going to track him down. There has been a buyback used by the axe. They've also lost their Rubik. ZSMJ now jumping in, going for the Ninja Boogie. Maybe finds the kill. Yes, he does. Shadow Word not enough to keep their ally alive, as now ZSMJ disengages with BKB's Shadow Dance. And after all that, it will be Rave coming out ahead, a 1 for 2, and they force out a buyback.
Probably still to HGT's advantage, as crazy as that sounds, because if they come out even or just even a little bit at a loss, it's better than just getting dumped on like they have been in the team fights.
Yeah.
So that's progress. But the problem was that Rave, the Warlock, did not have both ults up, actually. He was about 15 seconds cooldown on the refresher, so he couldn't drop both, and that might have made a huge difference in that
So
fight.
he did end up refreshing, though. Now it'll be on cooldown for about 3 minutes.
Which is actually surprising that he did that, because that's... Actually, what's the difference in cooldown? It's a good point. That was...
They're pretty close. The refresher's 30 seconds longer now.
195.
They used to be like exactly the same.
Yeah.
So
that is
not quite as symmetrical as it was. Refresher's kind of a weird item to try and balance. It can very easily be completely broken, or it can very easily be completely useless.
Well, I think the mana cost. Oh no, that was the Chronosphere that was changed.
Yeah, no, it was just the cooldown that was changed for the refresher, but it is a hefty mana cost. 375 is no joke. Look at this. He gets a Shadow Blade now. Look at this guy.
That is interesting.
And he is getting some points in Fatal Bonds.
I wonder what the reasoning for that is. Getting in better position. I mean, the thing is... Oh, wait. It's for upheaval. Does that work?
What's for upheaval? What do you mean?
He can be invis and upheaval at the same time? You upheaval and then pop Lothar's.
Oh, yeah. Like Witch Doctor.
Right,
Yeah, like
I think that works.
No, I think it definitely does.
Do they have any AoE stun? Telekinesis technically could be an AoE stun. Berserker's Call, Impale... Not the easiest to hit, especially with the AoE of Upheaval just slowing everybody ridiculously, and chances are you're going to get hit and Blink Dagger's going to get canceled.
Yeah.
Looking forward to see if that actually works. I'm assuming it does, because channeling spells typically do that.
Yeah, I'm almost positive it does. But we'll see. I'm sure we'll get a chance to see it in action here. That's your job, Shannon. Keep tabs, see if he's able.
Yes, sir. Sir, yes, sir.
Okay, that's the spirit. I love the enthusiasm. Ninja Boogie, Ghost Scepter up, ready to go. Jo. This is one thing Rave's been doing very well, is stacking their Ancients. I feel like I keep turning to this Dusa. He's always got some Ancient stacks to work on.
They should give some of this from the Earthshaker. He's so close to the Blink.
Yeah, I agree with you, actually. MKB out on the Dusa, next item. So just going for the big deeps here.
Is that coming on the courier now? Okay.
Yep. And I think he's just anticipating a potential butterfly on the troll. Also just a great damage item in general.
Yeah, I'm trying to... I feel like butterfly would be better first, to be honest. I mean, MKB's fine, but I think butterfly's overall better on...
Yeah, you're right, actually.
Because that forces both... Even if Slark gets an MKB or Troll, that means both have to get it for it to actually be somewhat countered.
Yeah, they don't.
Plus,
have
it gives her a ton of tank ability just to any right clicks. So, but I mean, at this point, it probably doesn't matter. It's just a safer option to go Butterfly. But she goes MKB, and with this Earthshaker, only 150 or 200 gold away from picking up.
Oh yeah, the Troll Blind, that too. That's the big one. I knew there had to be another.
Oh yeah, you're right.
Yeah, the Warling Axes. There you go.
Good point. Did you get that from Twitch chat?
No, I remembered.
That's a good boy.
Hey, the Troll Warlord. You see the Troll Warlord every game, and eventually you start to learn what his spells do. What are you gonna do? 4 heroes from Rave smoked up around the Roche pit. They hungry. I still think Butterfly's better though. I don't want to keep coming back to that, but she just needs to stay alive. She doesn't really need to do that much damage. They're doing they're definitely doing enough damage. That's true. They do have plenty of damage. It doesn't feel like in these fights the Whirling Axes are like crippling Deuce's damage output, but I guess it is a cause for concern. And maybe it'll be more of a concern in these upcoming fights.
Yeah, it's more of an annoyance right now.
Now that he has his BKB.
MKB.
Up top, CSMJ using that Dark Pact as he gets hexed into a little fishy. He'll blink away, and wow, this is a big reaction from Rave. They've got 5 heroes to try and grab the elusive Slark, and he will actually make it out.
Yeah, that was a lot of TP action there for sure. Earthshaker finally
gets
the Blink Dagger, and with that, I'm expecting a Roche fight very shortly. He's going to be up in about... Well, it's going to be pretty soon, actually. Oh, no, that's when we know when he'll be up, right? Or is that the actual time?
No, that's the
actual time. So it's going to be less than... It's going to be about 30 seconds then.
Yeah, even less, yeah.
That's going to be real nice.
We'll see. Is it going to be real nice? Who's going to be able to secure it?
Real nice.
We saw the disaster earlier in this game around the Roche pit.
Uh-oh.
Oh, Jesus.
Uh-oh. Let's check the pings here. Let's see.
This is like the Coddle Guy curse coming back, man.
We're the ones with 400 ping.
No
Everybody
way.
else has 100. Which is actually...
kind of a lot considering they're on land.
Yeah.
100 is actually a lot for being right next to each other.
Well, but it's
I guess they still have to
through
go
the
to
internet.
They still have to go through the Perfect World servers. Yeah, that's true.
Which, that is something I kind of miss.
Anybody
LAN.
hungry for some kale?
True LAN.
True LAN.
Yeah, like...
None of that internet bullshit.
Well, like you go... I'm a Counter-Strike guy, like I said. So I go from Counter-Strike online, and then I go to a LAN. It just feels so good. And then for Dota, it's just like better, if not worse. It's really odd.
Yeah, it is. It is strange. I mean, I remember. I think of when I hear LAN, I think of like Brood War. You know, like the classic LAN game.
Absolutely.
You just hop on. And
yeah, that's a good one. That you can definitely tell the difference in ping with that.
I mean, the issue with LAN now though is that your account is like you have all your cosmetics and stuff. You can't like. I'm not articulating.
Just spit it out. It's fine.
Cherry Coke.
It's Dota Cinema Stream. Just go. Just speak.
But like StarCraft, there's no cosmetics. There's no your account doesn't matter. You can just sign into an account, play on LAN. If you're good, you wreck them. And most games these days aren't really like that. I mean, Dota isn't like DRM controlled that way, but your cosmetics and all that stuff, it makes a difference. You know, if you're Team EG and you're not using the throw courier, you're doing something wrong. You know, so
I
if
actually
you
don't understand what you're talking about. As we're going to be unpausing now.
You're not catching.
No, I don't get what you're saying.
You can't, like, games now aren't that one-dimensional where your account has things on it. So you can't just like, oh, let's play on LAN.
What's the point, though? Like,
the point
is
LAN is more difficult now because, like, games are more customizable with your personal shit.
Everything is connected to online, is what you're saying.
Yes.
That's why LAN is more difficult. Yeah,
yes, like all of your stuff, like you can't just make an account and be like, all right, I'm going to play Dota now. Then it's like, well, I don't have my cosmetics. I don't have all my other shit. I mean, like Dota's not the best example, but most games, like League is a great example. You know, everything's DRM locked.
Well,
and all
it's
that shit.
more, I think it's more, yeah, well, even Dota to some degree, if you make a brand new account, you can't play a lot of the modes.
Oh, right, you have to get to level 13 and unlock, I guess you do have to unlock some stuff. So, yeah, that's why LAN is difficult. It's the moral of the story. You can't just, you have like a local backup of all your cosmetics. That sounds unfair.
Unfair?
Well, just like...
That should be fine. You should be able to use any cosmetics on LAN.
What's to stop somebody from just making an offline file that has all of the cosmetics unlocked or 1 million golden Roche? Like, I feel like that opens up a whole realm of security
that doesn't matter if it's LAN.
threats.
That's just LAN, though. Like online, that's where the real value comes for the items, I think.
Yeah.
Like, if it's just temporary... Like, it's just like me using a cosmetic that we build for our workshop on my client.
Well, that's where the real value
same
is.
Kind of
I mean, once you open that
online.
up and allow people to have access to that stuff offline, it opens up a whole big thing with hacking and backdoors and that kind of stuff. Doesn't it?
I feel like that's very difficult to do.
I thought that was the reason
everything
things
goes
are
through
online.
Valve. You know, it's
exactly. That's the point. It's all online. That's why we don't have offline LAN because it all goes through.
Oh no,
Valve.
your original point's right, but you're just straying.
All right.
Just end it.
Okay, Rave and HGT. After many a pause, we get back into the game. Roche number 3 now underway. He's got a cheese and some Aegis ready to rock and roll. HGT, I said it backwards. HGT, they're on their way in. They're thinking about contesting. J.O. in the pit. Chrissy, Firefly on, the master of the pit. Let's take a look at Dire Vision. They're blind. Oh, no, Shannon. They don't see anything, but ZSMJ, he's got a double damage rune. They know. Chrissy, he knows. ZSMJ gets off the ultimate. He'll be okay for now. Out comes the rock, the double rock. The BKBs are on, but Warlock
he stole it.
Blown up. Oh, no. That's a war. Oh, my. That's a Rubik Warlock ult. Jesus.
That's insane.
Nyx Assassin falls. It's too chaotic. The offerings are too much.
It is too chaotic. It's 2 chaotic offerings. That's what it is. So
All right, so he
Warlock
has
didn't
refresher.
get his second off.
Okay, he still has his refresher.
That was a really good steal by Rubik.
That was really quick. I thought it was the refresher.
Well,
okay.
the only reason I noticed is because the health bar was a different color. That's the only reason. I didn't actually see him steal it and use it. So
I'm colorblind, Shannon. My life is so hard.
Are you actually colorblind?
I am actually
red and green.
colorblind. Yep.
Oh, that would explain it.
It's not that extreme. Like if I look really hard and have a few like minutes to examine, I can tell the difference. But
so why don't you use colorblind mode? Because people complain.
Because everybody flips their biscuits and make fun of me for being disabled. It's not cool, man.
I don't know if you can call that being disabled. Come on,
it's not actually disabled, but it is a little I mean, I don't know. It's not worth getting yelled at by people. We tried that once. We did a colorblind mode thing.
Yeah, but we went about it the wrong way though. I know there's some streams that do it and people don't complain. So
really,
I think, yeah, you just have to go about it the right way. But yeah, if you just turn it on now, people would complain for sure.
What is the right way?
I don't know. I have no idea. I just know there is a right way because there always is.
Oh man.
Well, Rubik, he still has it too. So 150 seconds. They have to get this kill. That's a big spell to have. And we didn't even mention that the possibilities of him stealing this.
Stealing the chaotic offering.
Yeah.
I mean, it is a more difficult ability to steal because it comes down, and as long as you hit the Rubik with the stun, you have that opportunity to cast the heal or the fatal bonds or whatever right away. Like any ability that stuns in an AoE, I feel like is a little difficult to steal. But I guess the Rubik was right on the outskirt. So anyway, here we go. All right, so we're going to resume. Roche under assault. It looks like Rave might be able to do it. Nyx is dead. Warlock bought back. Remember, he's got another rock available. He's refreshed now. All the golems
Trolls
killed each
TPing
other.
back to base. They're just conceding.
Yep, they give it up. Okay, so Rave will get third Roche. That'll be Aegis Cheese. Let's see where they go. Probably Jo to grab the Aegis.
I think Jo should get the cheese. Okay.
Well, so much
I
for
mean,
that.
considering Ryo on the Warlock got destroyed before he could even hit his refresher,
he couldn't have eaten
you would
the
think
cheese.
he'd take the Aegis and Jo, because Jo has so much time. He's so tanky right now.
Yeah.
Top lane.
Ninja Boogie
Ghost
using
Scepter.
that Ghost Scepter. He'll be good.
Whoa! Rubik actually stole something while having Chaotic Offering. What? You had Chaotic Offering and
his
switch it
ult
for
was
an
level
impale.
2, so he had it on the 240 duration.
Wow.
Even at 180. He could have used it again. That is really surprising, actually.
That
He definitely could have used it at least once more before it would have expired.
Like, the only thing I can think of...
Maybe he was thinking
he
that he
wanted
might
to just
die.
get the kill.
Yeah. But, I mean, they weren't even, like, close to that kill.
Okay, I'm just gonna... Even though this is the insightful cast...
No, this is the insightless cast. Don't confuse yourself.
I'm sorry.
Here, dude.
Yeah, I apologize. That was a horrible mistake. That was just plain mistake. I don't know.
This is the inverse of Merlini Syndrome.
Yes. I can't think of anything why that would be not a mistake. That was big.
Yeah.
I mean, in about 50 to 60 seconds, he would have that ult again, but no more.
So I'm surprised by this one. Now Abyssal up on Slark. That is not so surprising, but the Troll going into the Diffusal now. Did he sell it back? Or is it on the Courier? No, it's on the Courier.
I mean, if he can get up close and personal, forget about the Purge effect to the Warlock, because he's gonna have 3.
Yeah, actually forget about it. It's like if one is like on you and it's gonna kill somebody, maybe like a clutch Purge to kill it is gonna come in handy. But
the mana burn against Naga, or by Naga, of course, I mean Medusa, because they're very similar. Is going to be pretty huge, especially when he's attacking that fast. If he can somehow bypass the Stone Gaze.
So here's the other issue aside from the Stone Gaze, though. Dusa will take heed to your advice and move into the Butterfly, already with the Talisman of Evasion, and Troll nowhere close to an MKB, pretty high up top. Going to get caught out here. They'll hex him up. They'll blow him up, and just a quick pick on
maybe it
Tuesday.
didn't matter.
Yep. Very far forward with
matter.
that.
He's going for an Aghanim Scepter, by the way. I like that pickup.
Yeah, that's nice on Ruit. But so, all right, full Butterfly on Dusa. You look at Troll, and he's committed to a Scotty almost. He's got the Ultimate Orb. He could maybe switch it up for the MKB, but then you've got this Ultimate Orb that's just a waste of money. So kind of whatever Air does here, his build just feels kind of like an item behind that of the Dusa. And now the mana burn, 35% of it's not going to be burning shit.
Dire's middle tower is
And the question is, do you think he should upgrade to Diffusal too, like not worry about the purges at this point?
I honestly feel like the purge charges.
Well, actually, the mana burn's the same, I think, at both. Oh my god.
No, the mana burn goes up. Kaka gets destroyed. Now, Slark is doing a little bit of Rat Dota here. ZSMJ clearing out that Tier 3 tower. He gets it. They've got a TP back. Meanwhile, in the Dire base, Jo in the front lines, clearing out that Tier 3. A few TPs back. It'll be the Bat Rider and the Earthshaker, it looks like. Meanwhile, Dusa killing out the lane of Barracks, showing off that Butterfly. And they'll have 2 minutes left on the Aegis. And now ZSMJ TP's back, comes it onto Jo. There's your set of Infernals. Down they come. Stone Gaze used as well. Ryo initiated on by the Axe, but they just can't do it.
Oh, he stole Stone Gaze.
Still alive. That's the second set of rocks coming down. Now ZSMJ hexed up, caught inside of the lasso. Look at all these golems. It's a finger to boot. Oh, no. HGT in big trouble, Sunsfan.
You got that right. That is a lot of golems. Stone Gaze was stolen by Rubik. That was a really nice play, but it didn't end up mattering too much. Bunch of buybacks. Obviously, Rave coming out on top of this fight. They might want to back up now, though.
What? Melee barracks still standing, and in the bottom, how much damage did he do? He actually got the ranged barracks himself, so that was an even trade, less the buybacks, and, well, that's a big less because it was about a 7,500 net worth swing. So, not the worst thing ever for HGT, though.
This is the Insightless cast.
Mm-hmm.
You were incorrect about the mana burn.
It doesn't go up at all?
Because that was a change not too long ago.
When they just changed it?
No, not just changed. It's been like a year. But like the agility goes up and the damage goes up, but the mana burn stays the same throughout both levels. So the question is, what does he prioritize? Does he prioritize the extra damage or the purge effect? Which I guess if it burns the same amount of mana, then there's no point in upgrading it right now.
I've been bested again.
Get wrecked, son.
Ouch. That stings a little bit. Okay, well, I'm living in the past. All right. Now, did he use a charge in that fight?
Yeah.
He did. All right, so he killed one of the golems. I guess he's caring about the charges.
Yeah, I don't blame him.
I don't know. I think, as we talked about earlier, it's all about timing with the Diffusal versus Warlock, but more so than that, they need this Troll to do a lot of damage. I mean, yeah, they've got Slark to do some damage, but Troll is a key part of their damage-dealing strategy. Ooh, the Aghanim's completed on Rubik.
2-second cooldown on his ult now.
And the range, dude. The range is just unreal.
And, of course, if he steals... Let's see, who has Aghanim's upgrades on Rave, technically? So Lion, Warlock, Earthshaker. Obviously, they don't have Ags right now other than the Warlock. But if he steals one of their ults, he gets the Ags upgrade now, which is pretty big.
Yeah, it's pretty nice.
Oh, boy. Not a good time to lag. And do they have fortification? They do not. This is actually just a Rax. I don't think they can do anything about this. I mean, now that Medusa is not just a tank, but she's dealing considerable amount of damage.
HGT are just out of position here. Axe is TPing back right now. ZSMJ has not started his TP yet. So they're just not in a position to defend this. Melee racks will fall. I think Rave just want to get the hell out of this game right now.
Yeah, just end the misery.
What time did this started at 12:30? It is now 2:30. Shannon, we've been in this game for 2 hours.
Thank the Lord.
I'm glad that you are the one I had to fill with, though. You're definitely the easiest person to talk about anything and everything.
Take that as a compliment.
I mean, I could be up here with Merlini. He would just be
like,
like,
not a good filler?
Can we cut to a break now? We need Monster Cat. We need some Monster Cat in here. Roger.
Were people really rioting because of the Monster Cat earlier?
I don't know. Well, the first time that, like, whatever day it was, I guess the first time I was up here, I had no idea. I was like, all right, time for Monster Cat. And then I just got up and left. And it was just like 30 minutes of just wah, 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 wah,
poor viewers.
I didn't realize that was like poison to the Dota Cinema audience. I guess we've just like serenaded the BTS audience so much that they just have either become accustomed to instant muting or are slowly drinking the
instant muting
or drinking the Monster Cat Kool-Aid. I have to admit, some of the Monster Cat jams have grown on me a little bit.
Yeah, they're not.
There are a couple.
I don't
like that one Hero remix. Come on, man. That one.
I'm sure there's some stuff I like.
Coffins remix.
It's just I don't want to make an entire playlist of just the stuff I like when there's not that much. It would just be on repeat of like 5 songs.
I mean, that's cool. This is going to be the longest YouTube VOD ever.
Yeah, this is going to be math. This is going to take like 5 days to process.
Can I just edit out the podcast in the middle so I can put it on my channel?
By all means. All right, looks like we're going to go again.
You said by all means as if the VODs are even going to be on the Dota Cinema channel.
By all means.
By all means. Do whatever you want to the BTS VODs.
Technically, I can put those on our channel if I want, but we decided against it because it's just spam.
Because it is. It actually is. Is there a point in double uploading VODs? I mean,
no.
What is the VOD
The main
viewership?
reason is because our website has all the VODs, so it's like doesn't matter.
You're still winning
in the end.
Oh, gee, here we go. All right, so Rave on the high ground.
Let's see if they get this Rax. Yeah, it's easy.
All right,
they're
Rax
just completely
confirmed.
out of position, so it's a free Rax.
Axe picks up the Aghanim Scepter, and what buybacks are all of the cores are on buyback cooldown. Slark, Troll, and Axe. Yep. So HGT actually in a very rocky spot right here. Look at the graph. It's about a 10,000 net worth lead, maybe 6,000 experience. Not very much on the numbers, but Rave have a pretty damn big advantage. Chrissy also picked up a Scythe of Vice on the old Bat Rider.
Oh, my. Talk about luxury. Doesn't even bother upgrading his boots. Actually, we've been seeing a lot of boots of travel like first before even blink. I guess that's more on the western side, and I never agree with it. But
it's pretty good on Batrider, I think, though. You can move around the lanes, TP up
before
top,
blink,
TP in
though,
the jungle.
I don't know.
Before blink, it feels a little crazy. But oh, yes, Ninja Boogie. Oh,
what?
Ags on Lion.
Yes,
Shannon. There is a chance at the triple finger. The quin. What is 5 for triple? Quintuple finger.
Is quintuple? Yeah, quadruple quintuple.
Quintuple finger. I have still yet to see a finger of epic proportions.
Well, there's
that
also
large.
a decent opportunity he just kills himself because of the spike carapace.
That's a fair point, actually.
Wait, how much does he do? Let's see. He has 1,500 health. Never mind. But that's a lot of his health. That's 2/3 of his health. He can just basically kill himself. I mean, that's so with Aghanim Scepter and Axe. Actually, if you Finger of Death spike carapace, Axe can just go in and Culling Blade you. So if that matches up well, then that's not good for Ninja Boogie.
If he Ghost Scepters before he uses it, it could be even worse.
Yeah, even worse. That's true. That's when he tilts for real.
All right, yeah, Ninja Boogie, you're putting yourself in a situation here. Hopefully you are
Well,
prepared.
Medusa has 5K. Wants to save for buyback, obviously, but wants to get another item on top of this. Boosted travel could be picked up at some point, but what does he prioritize here? I mean, keep in mind that Aegis or the Roshan's still going to be contested, and she is an amazing carrier, both Aegis and Cheese.
I think that last slot's just a rapier.
Yeah, most likely. I think you go boosted travel first, try to get the Aegis, and then work from there. And if it doesn't work out, or you could just get the rapier and then
crit. She could also do
crit's also very good.
I would say get the BOTs.
But I think the safest thing is to get the Aegis first, then go buy your Divine.
Yeah, that too.
And then that is like super difficult.
Well, HGT, this is the hold they need to make. As we mentioned, all of their cores have no buybacks, and Radiant have plenty of buybacks.
That is a lot of mana.
That is
insane.
She was at full mana before that.
Yeah, basically full mana. Yeah.
And Jo says, "All right, I'm done."
It's because it scales based on the intelligence. So
yeah.
It's
so
really
when you
good.
go like a Scotty build here with the heavy stats, they soak up all that int and Nyx
Assassin.
Nerubians.
Well, she's gonna TP top now that she has no mana. With that 6K gold.
They did get the tower, though. It was denied, but they still killed a tier 3 tower. So
we're about to find out when Roche spawns, and I think if Rave is able to get that, that's going to be game.
I agree.
This
is Roche 4.
That is the nail in the coffin.
If HGT get it, they can extend this a little longer. I don't think it really helps them that much, but it gives them some options.
Well,
if Rave get it,
just getting some time for HGT is what they need. I mean,
yes, that's the only thing that they can do.
Like at this point, if you're HGT, you're hoping that Rave screws up on something. You have to capitalize on their mistakes because, like I said, if no mistakes are made by either team, HGT loses. It's just the way it is. Just the way the lineups work out. So if you can find a pick-off somehow on an important hero, like without buybacks such as Warlock, that would be an amazing hero to pick off at some point.
Yeah, his buyback is up, though. The only 3 buybacks available are the 3 cores of Rave.
Then you're going to have to do it twice.
Jo.
Yes.
Okay.
What's he getting?
It's a Perseverance. So
Lincolns? See, what does he want to stop for Lincolns here? Rubik's Steel, Culling Blade, Mana Burn. I don't like this because Mana Burn has a 4-second cooldown.
Yeah.
It could be...
Although, even if it stops the first Mana Burn, I feel like that's still pretty damn useful. But yeah, it seems like an odd choice here. It also just... It gives you more int. Like, I feel like another int item at this... You already have Scotty and Manta giving you those extra stats. I feel like another... orb-based item is just a little more like, hey, Nyx, why don't you take more of my mana? Come on.
Well, I suppose it does...
And there's a lot of things to break it to. You can have, like,
Fable,
Battle Hunger.
Telekinesis, Battle Hunger. Yeah, I don't think it's a good Lincoln's game, but I guess if you're in a big team fight, and if you can use it as, like, a surprise factor where they don't know you have it, then blocking 1 Mana Burn might actually be worth it. Roshan's going to be up super fast. This is a really quick Roshan.
Chrissy already laying down the fire. Ready to fight around the pit. Oh, are we going to see a fight break out in the jungle? Ninja Boogie stuns ZSMJ. There's going to be your first set of rocks. Both of them come down from the Warlock right away. Axe gets the dunk on Earthshaker off to the side. Meanwhile, on the south part of the fight, ZSMJ doing a lot of damage here. They get the kill on the Nyx Assassin. Ninja Boogie will be able to blink back to safety for now. He's already fingered. Now the Stone Gaze comes out, but he's still alive. He's going to run out. Pretty Hog gets left behind. It will be Rave that come out ahead in this fight. A double kill for the Warlock. And a 1-for-2 overall Oof, almost interrupts that
If
TP.
if they see that Roche is up, I think they go for that. They could go Rax because the golems are still alive, but they don't know if buybacks are there for Nyx and Rubik, which they are not.
I think they... Oh, yeah, they scout out Roche. Okay, Chrissy sees it.
This is the safer choice, because if they go to high ground and then Rubik and Nyx buy back, then it's essentially just a 5v5 fight again.
Yeah.
But of course, there are a lot of ults down, but it's mostly theirs that are down. Those are the long cooldowns.
Yeah.
HGT doesn't have any long cooldown ults.
Ooh, Hex now out for the Warlock. He's using that Shadow Blade to scout the high ground, see if anybody is around the corner. Golems will despawn. They're going to fight around Roche, but in come HGT. They want to contest. Eric comes blinking on in. Now ZSMJ. Lasso onto the high ground. Will pull Icy out of position. Medusa picks up the Aegis, but it gets killed by the Dire. It's officially a snatch for Jo. Ninja Boogie draining the mana. They bring down Air. That's 2 cores dead for HGT, Axe, and Troll. Axe does not have a buyback here. Troll does. And now Rave just look towards the high ground.
Yeah, and I think this might do it.
Slark got the cheese.
Troll does have buyback, yeah. Slark picked up the cheese. Well, actually, Troll does have buyback. Maybe they can do this without Axe, because there's no ult from Warlock. His ult is down for 67 seconds, and, of course, Refresher's 90 seconds on top of that, or 30 extra seconds on top of that. JL, we'll see if this Lincoln's works out to his advantage.
Yeah. Now the gold lead of massive 14,000, and on Adusa, it's even compounded by that split shot with all of her damage output. They move right into the barracks. They've got the glyph here to try and defend. Troll, I think, going to have to buy back unless they just want to sack this bottom lane of barracks.
Well, I think they may want to bait this in, because they know they're going to lose this Rax pretty much no matter what. So if they can catch Rave in a bad position where Troll can actually buy back and TP in for a surprise tactic, maybe.
Special
just maybe.
tic-tacs.
I mean, even though that Roshan fight didn't go the greatest, it was worth the risk. It's something they had to do. And here we go with the buyback.
All right, Troll buys back. Rave go for the safe play right to the top lane. Kaka comes in with a mana burn and not going to be able to burn the mana he wants. They're going to back it on out. Meanwhile, outside of the base, CSMJ isolated, brought down. I was looking at Jo, and Slark got caught by the lasso, pulled to the low ground, and that hurts. He's going to have a buyback, forced to use it. This is the final hold for HGT. Nyx Assassin moving out of the base, looking for the wraparound. ZSMJ, maybe in a similar kind of situation. They don't have the glyph. They're losing their barracks. They got to go. They got to go. They jump onto Jo. Remember, he's got the Aegis. Warlock Golems are now available. Refresher in 15. Upheaval in the middle of the fight doing a lot of work. Jo, force stab to the low ground. Hex onto ZSMJ. We'll be able to cleanse it with the Dark Pack. Now a Hex onto Air. Barracks taking a lot of damage in the fray. Even though HGT have all 5 alive, they're about to get megged. And they will.
GG.
JJ?
Only took 2.5 hours, but
Yeah.
I mean,
Well done.
Without the pauses, this was a pretty good game. It was a little bit predictable. I mean, we kept talking about the same things over and over, I feel, but it's important that we do that because it's very obvious.
Yeah, it is important we do that. But
I mean, Warlock wins again. It's just this hero, man.
What's more important is that Rave had a very clear game plan, and the fact that the Insightless cast was able to point it out, see it come to fruition. Yeah. You know, you got your late game covered with the Dusa, you got your mid game covered with the Warlock. They laned it perfectly. Ryo was able to get a kill pretty early on with the first golem, goes for the Midas Phase Boots, gets the Ags Refresher at a decent timing. What was it, 20... What was the official decree? 28.5 minutes, 29 minutes?
I guess I didn't check, but yeah, it was after 20.
It was definitely not 26.
I win.
I did not win. And HGT, they just didn't have any way to deal with it. You know, they couldn't really push to try to end the game early before Dusa gets big. You've got these combative heroes, Slark, Troll, Warlord, and Nyx. Yeah, you've got that kind of mana burn counter to Dusa, but you still can't really square up with her as your carries, especially when she goes MKB that early on.
8 out of the 10 heroes have Blink Daggers, by the way.
What a mobility-based game.
But
wow.
I'll go back to HGT getting those Blink Daggers and not really doing anything with them.
Yeah, they rush Blinks and then farm.
Yeah, they rush Blinks and farm. And if you're going to do that, just get farming items. Or you can even get, like, even Midases for literally everybody would have been better. But
yeah.
That was a slight mistake. And
though you can understand the thought process. You don't want to go late game against the Dusa, but I guess they felt like they just couldn't find the openings. They had the aggressive tools, but
and then the Rubik, I'm going to call it a misplay. I don't know. I mean, I don't think it would have made a difference.
Would that have made a difference? One more set of golems?
I mean, things have to go perfectly well for them to come back, and that's one of the things, getting a great spell steal, and we didn't really see too much of that. He did steal a fissure that was quite nice, but nothing game-breaking at the end of the day.
That was the big spell steal. That good catch on that as well. Wow. All right, let's cut this VOD. It's already like 3 hours long. Thank you for joining us, folks. Rave versus HGT in the books. Hopefully these lag issues will be sorted out.